Hello everyone, welcome back to Jasper's Game Week Aussie Edition. If you're joining us for the first time today, I'm Sarah and this is John and we're from Meeples and Dragons. We're coming up on Game 2 for today with Dungeon Master Callan from Half Monster Games.
We'd like to thank Callan and his players for joining us today, and thank you to our friends at Ardent Roleplay for hosting us on their Twitch this week. If you're curious about how their augmented reality system for TTRPGs works, head on over to their site, ardentroleplay.com, and check it out.
Don't forget you can influence the game through donations to give advantage, disadvantage, re-rolls and more through the Tiltify.
We'll pass you on over to Callan now. Thank you for joining us.
Hello everyone and welcome to the next D&D game for Jasper's Game Day, Jasper's Game Week this is. Things have been going fantastic over here in Australia. We've got a new game running. As you can see, my camera's not on, but my name is Callan Davis. I'm from Half Monster Games. I'll be the DM for today, and I'll get some of the other people to introduce themselves. So first up is Talera.
Hi, my name is Tammie. I have very little online presence. I don't do any podcasts or anything like that. However, I do play the little Spitfire Warlock that Sarah and John have to put up with when they run their D&D games.
And what are you playing in this game?
I am playing Alpina, who is a Goliath barbarian.
All righty. Next up, we have Chris.
Hey, I'm Chris. I'm going to not try to explode, turn into a sheep, duplicate myself, or become a potted plant that sits there for most of the combat. But you can help with doing all of that if you'd like. It's all in your hands. I am playing a character, whether it's relevant telling you lot, I've no idea, but I'm going to share it with you anyway, just because I love you, that kind. I'm playing El, the Dragonborn Warlock. So yes, I'm bringing the dark arts and a little bit of flame into the world. At you, DM.
All righty. And Dave?
I'm Dave. I'm from Band of Badgers. I'm based in the UK. The sun has come up. It is now 6:30 in the morning where I am. We've been up since 5.
My goodness.
Loving this. This is Band of Badgers is a TTRPG social club. We have about 80 members, and we've been streaming since last August. So check out our various shows that way. Today I am playing Obo. Obo is a turtle. He's a turtle druid, and he's a bit out there. He's a bit friendly. He's a bit huggy. He might come across that way, or you might just put a fireball in his head. Who knows? We're waiting to find out. But as Chris said, do your donations. You can add monsters to this. You can do all kinds of crazy stuff with your donations. So please give. Over to you.
Yep. And last one up is the Pim.
Good morning, everyone. It's very early here, so forgive me if I'm a little bit groggy. I will be playing Valrorus, a arcane trickster who has a little friend out there in the oceans who whispers to him, which is probably fine, nothing to worry about. I am all about that potted plant game, so if you want me to turn into a potted plant, I will be the bestest and greenest potted plant out there. Go for it. Happy to be here, happy to play.
All righty. Thanks very much, everyone. So we are running this for a charity, and if you want to know the donation incentives, I basically said that we could do all of the donation incentives possible this time. So you can use the donate command in the chat, and it'll tell you what there is to donate. Also, there are some stretch goals or sort of things for long term. You can go into the draw to win a Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft pack, including both the standard and the alternate covers. It's going to be shipped directly from Wizards of the Coast for the release. That's being drawn at the end of this week on Saturday at 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. You can also go into the draw to win a GM subscription to Ardent Roleplay's augmented reality app. Ardent Roleplay have done a great job sort of organising all of the tech side of this stuff. They've been very helpful to me personally. And you also get a deck of 75 high fantasy themed AR encounter cards. That sort of thing's going to really spice up your D&D game or your any sort of game that you run with high fantasy. The winner's going to be announced again on Saturday at 10 p.m. Australian Eastern Time. For this particular game, you can win some of the board games that my company, Half Monster Games, makes. So Trust Me, I'm a Doctor and Trust Me, I'm a Superhero. There's 3 copies of each of those up for grabs as well. So make sure when you donate to go into the running for those, and also as much wild magic as you like, and extra monsters if you really feel like it. It depends how much you want to punish the players. All right, so we'll get right into it, I think. Okay, so welcome everyone. You are all adventurers of an adventuring guild. You've all known each other for quite a while. You've met up at various times, at various sort of points throughout your adventuring career, and you've decided to sort of do this one job together. Basically, on the job board, there's been a small village that's lost its resident wizard. So you've travelled out of the town of Waterdeep, down the road, sort of into the sticks, and you travel into the small town of Goatsford. And as you walk in, you can see it's getting late in the afternoon. By your side are passing some of the villagers that are heading home from the farm, heading into the tavern. And you see off in the distance, on the other side of sort of the lake that Goatsford is sitting on, is a small island which has a kind of weirdly shaped building, which you reckon is probably the Wizard's Tower. But as you walk through the town, you notice the tavern, which has come up and is quite lively, and there's lots of music and lights and stuff that a lot of the people are going into. And from out the front, there's 2 sort of older villagers sitting there, and they kind of beckon towards you, noticing that you're adventurers. What would you guys like to do first?
Well, if there's a tavern, we should definitely pop in there for a drink and a chat. I think that's a great idea.
All right, cool. So you guys walk into the tavern. As you walk in, the sort of warm light suffuses you, and you can hear the sounds of a bard kind of playing. Things seem to be quite merry, despite the fact that you're here on a job to help them find their wizard. As you walk in, though, you notice there's no other real adventurers. It's mostly just villagers. So the music kind of stops for a second, and everyone turns to look at you. And they kind of turn back to their drinks, but you can see the bartender looking at you expectantly. And as you guys walk up, he says, notice he's quite a large, sort of heavy-set man, later on in his years, and he says to you, "Welcome to the town. Thanks for coming. I assume you're the adventurers here to get the wizard. We don't know where he's gone. Do you have any questions, or do you want a drink, or what can we do for you?"
So let me get this right. You've lost your wizard.
Yes. I mean, well, yes. No, he was here.
Did you do a detect magic? Did you do a detect magic? Did you look for him? Sometimes you can do that and you can find him as a lot of little beep beep pop ups.
Yeah, normally if we needed somebody to do a detect magic in the village, it would be the wizard. But unfortunately, we don't know where he is.
Did you check where you last left him?
He does have legs. He can get around himself, working legs, and well, I mean, yes. He was in the tower, and seemed to be a pretty normal. There didn't seem to be anything odd happening. But one night we heard a bit of a scuffle, and then he was gone.
Right. So again, I'm deeply insightful, and I've noticed you're adding in bits to the story that would have been useful at the start. So if you want to start at the beginning, you had a wizard, there was a scuffle, he disappeared. there's like a few more bits and pieces, like what attacked him, how was he taken, how dangerous is this be, what type of drinks you have on the top shelf.
Alrighty. So your insight is enough to tell that sort of like, yeah, this guy's not telling you the whole story. And as soon as you mention drinks, he seems happy to switch to that conversation. So he's like, yes, the drinks on the top shelf. Well, we have Firebrand whiskey and bourbon from the Dwarven up in Mirabar, 10 Towns, mead. Yes, I've had this one. And he pulls down a thing of bourbon. He says, it's only 1 gold per shot. And he pours you a shot and passes it over to you.
Oh, I'll be happy to take one of those shots as well. Oh.
All right, he pours you one as well.
You notice that Valroras has once again. You're used to this by now. Valroras has a bit of an identity issue, where he seems to change his appearance quite a lot, and he is now appearing to be a somewhat older human gentleman, probably in his mid-60s, carrying a very nice walking stick. But luckily, you can always recognize him with you can always recognize Valroras from his very nice polished leather shoes. Because after all, as our wise man once said, how often do you really look at a man's shoes? So,
all right.
Just a normal old man here. Just one of those drinks.
Yeah, you're quite well dressed there. So, yeah, you see that he sort of like, he looks down a little bit and is like, look, if you want to know, there's been a few people that have moved through town recently. There's been a tattooed elf that's come in to trade with us, and there's been some blue dragonborn that came through wearing a full suit of armor. No, blue dragonborn, not like you. Came through wearing a full suit of armor, and it's a bit of a wanker, really. So I think. I don't know. They're not around anymore either. They may have had something to do with it. They're sort of the only people who've showed up to town that we haven't seen before. You're welcome to go down to the wizard's, house and have a look. It's across the bridges at the bottom of town. And there's also Arlie. Arlie is a young Thurberg lass that's been working with the wizard quite a lot. She's normally around here, but she might be up just at the very top of town. There's a small farmstead where she sometimes stays as well. So you could go and talk to her as well.
So I'm just going to point you to my manager, and she's going to negotiate this complex deal with you. Albino, do you want to sort out this one? He's obviously not in the up and up and has missed out many different details. I'm going to go to the toilet. Bye.
Albino will step forward in her giant yet bony self and just, okay, I'm confused. We were hired to find a lost wizard, but you're talking about a taken wizard and another person. That's not the job we were hired to do. So we need to be hired for that job and make a new agreement.
Well, hold on. The wizard, we're not sure the wizard was taken per se, but it's more that we think we assume the wizard is lost. We didn't think it was taken. Are you trying to convince him to give you a little bit more cash?
Yes.
Okay, can you roll me a persuasion? Check, please? He seems a little flabbergasted.
This is not the person in the party to be doing this. Okay. This is going to make a lot of noise on the desk. 3. Actually?
3?
No. 1.
1 total? Okay.
After I take off
says, no.
1 total.
Yeah, so he seems pretty flabbergasted by the fact that, like, you've shown up to town, you've done absolutely nothing so far, and you're asking for some more money. He says,
doesn't help that she's got like half matted hair and she's like all bony and stuff.
It doesn't help at all, I'm afraid. And he kind of harumphs a little and says, "Oh, here's your drinks." And then he pours Elle and he pours Valorous another drink, and then he sort of like turns away and goes and serves some of the farmers that have just shown up.
What about my drink? Like, I'm standing here as well. You know, I was the one asking about detect magic, and you didn't pour me a drink.
Oh, I said it. He begrudgingly pours you a shot of bourbon as well.
Do you have a problem because I got my, you know, my house is on my back? Like, do you have a problem with that? We're gonna have issues already.
No, sir. No problems with turtles. Just look, I'm not going to pay you any more money. I'm not going to. It's not even my job to pay you. We pay to the Adventurers Guild. Look, this is all out of turn. There's a wizard. It's gone. There's some people. I don't think he was taken. The Dragonborn seem to be some sort of like holy type. I can't imagine that they would do something, you know, like stealing a wizard. They're probably even helping out. Maybe you should look for them. I don't know. But you're dirty one. Get them out of here. I don't want to talk to them anymore.
So Alpina starts to catch up on the conversation, and she turns to Obo and she's like, if he has a problem with you, do you want me to hit him?
No, I just, you know, I run into this problem before. We just ignore it, you know. Because it looks like a back end kind of village here. So maybe we should just go and see what is in the wizard's tower. Because if he's not home, maybe we can find some stuff, you know. Let's go knock on the door.
Let's not start implying burglary right away. Let's just do that when we get there.
Yeah, Obo, we've talked about this. We don't discuss burglary in front of the patrons at this point in time. Turn to the barman and say, look, we've got this handled. Absolutely no problem. When I meant my manager, I meant my mentor. She's been wonderful. She's a huge resource and protection to us. We're going to leave you now and not pay for the drinks.
Well, I guess there's nothing I can do about that. Get out of here.
Bye.
Yeah, you better. As you guys leave, he's like, yeah, you better run.
I will run.
Alrighty. I'm back. I can hear you guys.
You never left us, DM. You've never left us.
Okay, fantastic. Maybe not on your end, I didn't, but on my end, everything shut down. So what would you guys like to do, and where would you like to go?
I'd very much like to talk to this Arlie. At the very least, he might be able to give us a good physical description of the wizard we're looking for.
Is the house on the way to the farm? Like the wizard's house?
No. So the house is... No, sorry. The house is up north up here. Sort of just at the very top of the town, you can see there's a little shack. That's probably what and you can sort of spy it through that path there. That's probably what the tavern owner was referring to. And then over on the very right-hand side of the map, down the bottom in the thing, you can see...
Oh, you muted yourself.
That's my son. Yeah, down in the very bottom right-hand map of the map, you can see like that island is where you would have spied the wizard sort of manor beforehand.
Okay, yeah.
All right. So yeah, we can do both in the way, I guess, or a couple of us go to the farm, a couple of us go to the wizard's location.
I don't think it's wise to split up because sometimes you can't protect yourself as well.
I think it's extremely wise to split up. It always works out great for me. I don't know. I always get away somehow. I don't know.
Well, I don't think we'll be in this town very long, so I'm happy to split the party. Let's see what happens.
There we go.
Sorry, it's speaking to the voices in my head. It's very confusing most of the time. So I heard all of that, and it was a terrible choice, and that's why you've been demoted. You're now second leader, Obo. Get out.
I'm always permanently inside. I'm half in and half out the whole time. I just got like this and stick my head in there, so and I pop back.
Yeah, you need to get more out of your shell. I mean, really out of your shell. Just out. Streak for a bit. Fresh air is great for you.
I don't think it comes off.
We can try a bit later on. Anyway, moving swiftly on from your murder. What are we doing?
I mean, I'm all about this streaking the oboe idea. Let's focus on that.
Yeah, I know. The thing is, I have several debts that we're doing this for, so I can pay off the people that are chasing us and probably will murder us later on. So we've got to find a wizard. So we're either going to talk to the wizard or ask questions about the wizard or speak to the other Dragonborn. So I liked Oboe's idea about breaking into his tower and then not looting the place.
Let's use the term uninvited guests instead of breaking in.
As long as we don't like step on any evidence, there might be signs of a struggle, or we just might make the struggle. Who knows? Let's go find out.
Yeah, well, we've got a barbarian who's a Goliath. I mean, who's really going to confuse us with home renovation? Let's go to the tower.
All right. As you guys make your way to the tower, you sort of head across 3 bridges. You head across the main bridge into the edge of town, and then there's these 3 smaller bridges. And as you walk across them, you hear like a doom, doom, doom. And you can tell that there's some sort of spell that's been built into the bridges as you guys walk across them. But there's nothing that seems to be harmful to you at the moment. So you walk, if you guys want to head all the way across the bridge.
Yep.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, cool. All right. So you guys walk across the bridge. Everything's fine. There's just this sort of like thrumming sound of music. And you get to this manor, which sort of seems to be like a 2-story manor. And Obo, you can tell with your sort of experience as a turtle, there's definitely some submerged section of this house, like a basement or something like that, that's been built underneath it because all the ground around the house has been sort of piled up weirdly. On the front door, it's like an iron-banded wooden door. And the house itself is made of stone and it's slightly mossy as well.
Well, it looks like it's not. I wouldn't exactly say it's a tower as such, but it definitely has a basement.
Apina goes up and knocks on the door.
All right. Can you please roll me a Constitution saving throw?
Awesome. Oh, dear. Okay. 19.
19. All right. Okay, fantastic. So you touch the door and you feel like some sort of trap as the ice just cover it, and you manage to pull your hand away just in time before this sort of like hands made of ice and sort of ethereal spirit like ectoplasm jump out of the door to grab your arm, but you manage to pull away just in time.
She'll turn to the group and be like, is this one of the times where someone else needs to go first?
No, you're doing a
Make
great
sure
job.
that there's nothing like that.
No, you're perfectly fine. I imagine that's home defense. Obo,
Okay.
what have you got for us, buddy? You're really good at kind of breaking into things and, a bit dodgy.
Is there any windows? Can anyone see any windows there?
If you guys want, you can walk around the building. There doesn't seem to be anyone around. It just sort of seems to be...
or back window that might be half open.
Sure. So you can walk around to the back. And what I might do, actually, is I might move you guys over to the other spot.
Since we're about to enter a strange wizard home, I'd like to take this moment to cast Mage Armor on myself.
Yeah, of course, of course.
All right.
I think I've added that to your AC already as well.
Oh, it says 17 even.
All right,
well,
so you guys
16.
should be there, and can you see your characters and the wall in front of you?
Yep.
Yep.
Cool. All right. So I'm just going to do something quickly. Nice. All right. So yeah. So if you want, you're welcome to move your characters around the back of the building. So I think Obo sort of walked around the back to there. I don't think, and because it's sort of getting towards the afternoon, there's not a whole lot of light around. So if you can't see, you might need to sort of like light torches and stuff like that, which you can do. And let me know if you guys decide to light a torch or like use light, because I'll add that to your character as well.
Anyone have magical light, or are we going for the old school torch?
Oh, no. I like the smell of real flame, and it burns things a lot better than the magical light. So I just light up a torch. As you see, I'll just kind of and set fire to a torch.
Make some mental notes. We're going to burn this place to the ground. All right.
No, it's clearly stone. That would be terrible. We can sell this. The real estate here would be great.
Possibly the site of a murder or a kidnapping. It's kind of devalues the property a bit.
No, it adds character. It's character, panache. It's fine.
Exactly.
I know, but you can see that there is a back door as well to the building. And from where you are, your perception's quite high. You can actually hear the sound of like rummaging and a soft woman's voice sort of that sounds a little bit worried. Like, and like muttering to itself.
Was that a cry for help? I hear. Do you want us to kick the door down? Yes, kick the door down and save me.
I will actually use minor illusion to make the sound of a woman asking for help to validate.
Okay.
I will try and kick the door down because that's what her group has said needs to be done.
We all heard it, right?
Okay. Your character can't see anything on Roll20. Okay. Hold on 1 second. You should have vision. That's why you can't see anything on Roll20. How's that? Is that better? Okay. Okay, so as you kick the door down, Obo, I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw, as there's like a flash of whatever abjurative magic has been like protecting this building, sort of explodes under the force of your foot, and there's a wild magic surge that lashes out, and it sort of ripples all the way around the building and smashes into Alpina, and you turn into a potted plant.
Oh no! What a tragedy!
Oh no!
All right, what did you get?
Con save.
19. Cool. So you managed to smash through the magic. You kick the door, and the door breaks down, and you sort of roll inside with the force of your kick. Everyone else is standing out the front with a potted plant. But Ovo, you see at the table is a young furbolg lady, and she sort of looks up and she like seems really surprised that you're there. And you see she like grabs a bunch of scrolls and stuff off the table, and then sprints towards the door, and you hear the door slam behind her as she runs down the stairs.
So, Callan, I've got the potted plant in my hands, and I'm like, stop! We have gifts.
You guys are on the other side of the front door. You're unfortunately
okay.
You're on the wrong side of the door.
Oh no, we're on the wrong side. As per normal. Well, I've still got a potted plant and a torch, so this is...
You've got a potted plant and a torch.
Yeah, we saunter after Obo. How did it go, Obo?
I'll shout out, I'm assuming that's Arlie, who we were told about at the pub, so I'm going to shout out that, Arlie, it's okay, we're friendly, and while I'm doing that, I'll make my way to the front door and see if I can open it from the inside.
Cool. Yeah, you can open up the door just fine. So you can make your way through the building. You can see the steps. Inside the building itself, inside is sort of like a first floor, like study area. There's a bunch of sort of musty smells as the scrolls and the books you can see around the table. They're kind of like a little bit damp and broken down, and you look up and you see that the roof itself has been kind of cracked, and there's a few holes in it, and water's dripping through. You open up the door and let everybody else in.
It's a bit of a fixer-upper. But someone's just run into the room over there. I think we should go. Who's the gentle speaking one?
That's me.
So you guys can move yourself as well, by the way.
Do we have a
Let me know if you want to move upstairs or downstairs or what.
So go towards where Obo has pointed out. So I've got my body plant. I've got my torch.
Yeah. It's the door over here.
I'm going to go and politely knock on the door. Hello.
Okay, cool. You hear it. Go away! You kicked the door in. I don't think I can believe that you're like anything helpful.
Look, calm down. Would a bunch of people who went here to rescue the wizard kick a door down? Ask yourself that question. We're here. We're friends. I've even bought a plant for you.
I was going to give you disadvantage for the. I was going to give you disadvantage. Sorry, can you guys hear that? That's my son.
So you're okay. Don't worry about it. I've got one too. So we'll swap us on.
There's a small child in this wizard tower.
Yeah,
oh no.
Yeah,
this
everywhere.
is a crazy here from downstairs. All right. So yeah, roll me a persuasion check, please. Just a straight one. Thank you.
Okay. Could I use deception because I'm currently lying through my teeth?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely.
D&D Beyond. That would be a 26.
A 26. Okay, cool. Yes. Can you also please roll me a 1d100?
Can I say no to that? Would that help me?
Unfortunately not.
90 of the nines.
99. All right. You see that you sort of hear like a okay, and the sound of the footsteps coming up the stairs. And then you notice, like, to your right, there's a flash as a drop of water hits one of the scrolls on the table, and there's a blast of light your way, and you gain a sorcery point, and Alpina reappears unplanted back in her normal form.
Alpina, how big is Alpina? Because I'm holding her at the moment.
She's like full-size Goliath.
Not
How
quite
big is she?
Stocky,
Tammie?
more bony, but she is just as tall as normal Goliath.
Okay, so what? 7'6"?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I let her go. Oddly enough.
Oddly enough.
It's a very endearing picture, actually.
And scream in a dragonborn manly way. Rah, ah! Oh, look, this potted plant has turned into a wonderful protector for you. What's your name again? Sorry, I lost it when things went horribly wrong.
Ali?
Ollie.
Are you talking?
Yeah, that's
Ali?
it. The Furbog lady. Thank you, Furbog lady. That was remarkably useful.
Ali, you can hear, is on the other side of the door, and she seems to be sort of like, she leans up against it and she says, I don't know if I can trust you with everything that's going on, and things are a little bit weird here right now, but maybe you can, if you can help me with something, I can tell you what I know.
Okay, we're actually paid to help you out, but sure, let's play that game.
Oh, no.
Okay, can you also roll me another D100?
Oh, no, sorry, my ability seems to have broken. I've lost the ability to click on D100s. It was a terrible accident I had as a child.
Is she still behind the door, or has she opened the door now?
71.
Cool. She opens up the door, and she looks at you, and you feel like your skin starts to become harder and harder and harder, and it sort of like gets this rocky coverage, and you have resistance to all damage for the next minute.
Let's fight her right now.
Chat, that would have been so useful that I dropped a glass on my foot earlier on. Your timing is appalling. How dare you? I apply more moisturiser as we speak. Right, well, look, this is going very well for us, but look, come out.
She says, okay, look.
Go on.
Yeah, so she opens up the door and she says, look, don't want to scare you, but if you can help me with this, I'll tell you everything that I know. Downstairs, one of the monsters has gotten loose, and I'm going to need your help. And you guys head downstairs, and I'm just going to take this group of people.
Sorry, did you say one of the monsters? Is she implying there's more?
More than one? Surely not.
And why are you keeping a bunch of monsters in the basement? That's probably not very good. Like,
come on, Hobo.
All right,
Don't
so
you have
guys walk downstairs. You spy, like rising from this ritual circle. Sort of its eye stalks wobbling, an undead beholder, and I would like everybody to roll initiative, please. And also with the initiative, Chris, can you also please roll me a D100?
Sure. I'm invincible. No one can help me. 66 is really awful. But let's pretend I don't know what that is.
Fine.
Sure.
Say 14.
66.
66.
Cool. Oh, that's not bad for you at all.
We've got wild magic and an undead beholder. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So strange. Everybody's really don't have wild magic.
I got 14 on initiative.
14? Okay.
14 for initiative,
yeah. For me as well. 14.
And then what did you get? Okay, so that's Valorous.
And Alpina got
14. Alpina got a 7.
11.
11. And then what did you get, L?
18. It's in
18.
Yeah, roll 20 if you want to see it there.
Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm not sure how exactly to do that. Maybe I can just do this.
Like any true D&D game here, we're clicking on buttons. It's going well for us, folks. The wonderful Callan is fixing everything as we speak.
You can give Caleb GM rights so we can just see the GM layer, maybe.
Ah, okay. That's probably the best way to do it. Thank you. I'm not a genius.
Yeah, I don't think you give a player full map vision separately.
Okay.
To move around a bit.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. There we go. That might work there a little bit better. But I might also see if I can give you full GM rights.
While you're working on that one, chat's giving me some excellent ideas to do my D100 dice. I'm going to go and put some in the microwave, but not the metal ones, because that would be silly. Silly, I tell you, chat. Never microwave metal dice. It doesn't go well.
Are you suggesting we microwave metal dice? That's a great idea.
Oh,
all I heard was microwave metal dice.
Fire Safety Australia.
That's the only thing that I heard was microwave metal dice. Okay. All right.
I'm doing it right now.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up with everything that chat's doing as well. My goodness, what a day. All right. So the first thing that you guys hear is the sound of some sniggering as we enter combat, and you see two dust mammoths pop out from around the corner, and they're going to fly around here, and they're going to sort of unload some breath at you. So I would like everybody on the stairs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Whoa.
That's everyone. Nice.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, first natural 20. Here we go.
There you go.
Oh.
Did you? Sorry, was that make a charisma wisdom saving throw, which I've got +7 in? Is that what you said?
I'm afraid not. It was a dexterity saving throw.
Oh.
5d8.
Obo got an 8.
Obo got an 8.
Yep.
All right. And what did you get, Alpina?
So Alpina is going to heroically try and somersault down. Well, no, just roll because she's not really that dexterous, but she did get a 16.
16. All right. So Valorous and Alpina managed to sort of block the blast of dust that comes their way. And as that blast comes down, you feel like the magic starts to try and overtake your ability to stay awake, and you feel like some sleep magic try to affect you, but thankfully you're all too strong for that. However, Elle and Valorous, Elle and Obo, you got an 8, is that right?
That's correct, yeah.
Yeah, so you're both blinded as the dust covers and destroys your vision. Elle, it's your turn now.
Okay, so to recap, we walked in, there's an undead beholder, and two things have just sprayed stuff at us, and I'm now blind. But I am
and you're now blind
to all damage.
Yeah. And then can you also please roll me a D100 at the end of your turn?
Sure. I can't, sorry, they're in the microwave. I'll be right back after this advert. In true Hexblade, Warlock, I summon my sword, can't really see anything, and plunge headlong into combat while blinded.
Yeah, all right. Don't forget to use your as you charge into battle, you feel like your rage overcome you, and you can throw lightning at up to 3 people.
Oh, and there just happens to be 3 creatures in the room.
Yeah. So you don't even have to see them to be able to do it. So yeah, go mad.
I will lightning bolt them with my rage.
Who are you lightning bolting?
Would you like to roll that? Because I'm killing your own monsters with your own magic. So 4d6.
No, I don't mind, man. That's wild magic. Go ahead.
Magic.
Wow,
that was crap. 15 points of damage to each of them, unless they make a dex 13
points of damage. Oh, so unfortunately, no.
Callan, you've gone quiet.
We've lost Callan again.
We're dead. We're now 15th level. This is awesome.
I'm updating What's Ready as we speak. Oh, no, wait.
Don't you just like it when you go blind and then everything seems to stop, like time seems to take longer and longer?
So we have a backup plan. If Callan can't rejoin, chat is going to DM this. So we're looking for people to just DM this randomly in terms of what happens next in the encounter. So we'll give him a minute and it'll be fine. Otherwise, chat, we're relying on you.
Is this where the Cthulhu tentacles start appearing?
Well, I mean, it is an undead beholder, so it's got lots of stalks and stuff.
Yeah, maybe I should introduce him to my little friend here, Captain Mucus. He also has tentacles.
That was that wild magic surge. So that last one I did was actually 1,000, so we lose a DM. So it's completely up to us now.
Oh.
I suggest arson. It always works.
Well, I've just literally fired 3 lightning bolts randomly at it. So if there's not some sort of, I don't know, collateral fire, I'm going to have to do something next. Now, if only there was a dance option someone had put up as a reward so we could keep people amused by our antics of the dancing. Dave, you there is.
We have to do it for money.
Yeah, that's it. But dirty, dirty moolah is the only way you're going to get me dancing.
Buckaroonie. Oh, for real?
So, at no point...
How is that not already a thing?
Yeah, so at no point have the wonderful people at Ardent Roleplay just added $10 a dance-off competition in there. Don't look at it, chat. Think of things on how to DM us through this difficult encounter. No dancing. No,
see,
none.
This is what we do for charity.
I like the way that chat are suggesting to just add another beholder. That's what we like. Just add another beholder.
And then we can negotiate between them. They can get married. It'll be a nice love story for the whole family. It's on HBO right now.
Oh, sadly, our DM's returned. Oh no, what a shame.
You can't tell. Boy, is my face red. I am here.
Yes.
In the flesh, I suppose.
The voice of Callan has returned.
Right, I'm very sorry that everybody.
Don't worry about it.
Alrighty. As you charge in, you blast everybody with lightning. Where are you going, and who are you trying to attack?
Well, the last thing I saw was a beholder and these 2 things. Then you decided to randomly blind me, so I'm going to lightning bolt those 3. Thank you very much, rather than the party.
Okay, no, that makes sense. And then, where are you running to? So you can move your character around if you like.
Well, as Iron Maiden said, I'd run to the hills, but there isn't hills, so I'm running straight at the bleeding beholder.
Okay, fair. All right, and if you'd like to attack it, you can, but you'll have disadvantage unless somebody would like to give you advantage through a donation.
I laugh in the face
as you do that. As you do that, 3 bolts of lightning shoot out of the beholder and hit 3 of the characters. So Obo, Alpina, and Elle will take some damage. Oh. Yeah.
Woo.
23 points of damage.
Holy badooly.
Any chance to make a deck save?
I don't believe so.
Well, stuff you then.
Take it.
I'll use absorb elements. So I can,
nice.
I can half that.
I will use
that's
my
very
dragon
cool.
ability to
Elle, you have.
Go on.
Actually, Elle, you don't. You only take half of that anyway because you've got resistance to all damage at the moment.
That's right. I knew that.
Cool. Make your attack rolls.
Oh, at disadvantage, which was good because my first roll was a 3. The second roll was even better at a 2.
All right, you're a little blinded, so you're not really dealing with it very well at the moment. Things have been going weird, and you completely miss the beholder, the methods, or anything that you're trying to go after. It is now Obo's turn and Valorous, so you guys can decide what order you'd like to go in.
I'm happy to go last. Me? Oh,
yeah, you're up.
All right. Well, the first thing we need, of course, to make sure that this crazy eye thing doesn't look at us too much, I will use my action to create an illusion. Let's see, we're all on the stairs. That's great. You just had a great suggestion there for another beholder. I will create an image over the people on the stairs of another beholder. Only this one is pink, has hearts all over it. and is looking at the first beholder very, very seductively. So I will use a silent image for that.
Okay, cool. Can you please roll me a persuasion roll with disadvantage, because this beholder is undead. It has very particular tastes.
Let's not get into the taste of an undead beholder, but sure. Let's see. That's a natural one, so I think.
All right, cool. I'll tell you what happens on the beholder's turn. Would you like to move anywhere or use any bonus actions?
Yes, I would. I would like to use my bonus action to gently shift into my more bestial form. Bonus action.
Okay.
Gives me a. You don't really see it because I got myself covered in illusion as well, but I'm, a little bit more furry, elongated fangs, all that stuff, and I will use that to move. Is the area left of the stairs accessible to us, or do we have to get off the stairs first?
You'll have to go around. Yeah, you'll have to go around.
All right, that's no problem at all.
The Furbolg isn't actually there. She's more like sort of up the top of the stairs at the moment.
Yeah, of course. The Furbolg is an illusion, as always. It gives me a 40-foot movement, so I'll move 5, 10, 15, 20. Let's see. I would like to get behind one of these desks. Are these desks like legit there for me to like hide behind? Or?
Yeah. You can jump up behind. You can jump behind one of the desks. If you can run behind it, just do that, and then you can sort of drop prone to have full cover. Otherwise, you'll have partial cover.
I will do that. 25, 30, and if you allow me, 35, 40, and drop behind the desk.
All right, you're going to do one of those sort of like slides across it and drop behind.
Ooh, oh yeah, I'm doing the car hood thingy from the movie.
Yeah, super cool. And then you like hide and cower. Great.
I bravely run away, good sir.
Alrighty, Oboe.
What was
Oboe,
the,
before you take your turn, I need you to roll me a D100.
Okay, I was going to ask what was the damage from that lightning?
23 damage.
Okay, so I got half that.
But it's halved for you, so it'll be 11. I will also say you have advantage as well from one of the donations. So if you like, you can choose to take your advantage on the wild magic surge that you feel coming up, or you can choose to take your advantage on like an attack roll or something else.
Okay, no, that's fine. I got 36 on the D100.
You got 36 on the D100. Okay, roll me a D10.
Ooh. Okay. 4.
Okay, cool. You feel yourself like age, like you're an old turtle, but you feel yourself get even older, and you start to like your bones creak, and you grow this like weird turtle beard. It's like little bumps on the bottom of your shell. You just kind of feel cranky at the world in general. Like it's harder to hear. Now you can take your action if you like.
So I was going to cast Entangle slightly sort of behind the beholder to see if I can wrap it up. It's a strength saving throw.
A strength saving throw? Okay, fantastic. Make sure I know him. Okay, it gets an 8.
Okay, so it fails. It is restrained.
All right. So it's not going nowhere. All right, cool. So you pop Entangle. And Entangle, is it just one creature, or does it sort of affect a space?
It's a 20-foot radius. So it's based on the map on Roll20. Ping's not working. There we go. Trying to aim it there. If you can see that on the Roll20.
Yeah,
map.
cool. I can see that there. Okay, sick. I'll also say, as that pops up, you see like a bunch of screaming and like kind of yelling as some Mephits. I don't know.
Mephits
sort of go, ow, what the frick. And you've also affected them, so they're going to try and escape as well. One of them gets a 10 and the other one gets a 5. So all three of those creatures are sort of entangled in this restraining set of vines that you've shot up there.
Yep.
Cool. Now the beholder is going to turn one of its eyeballs. You see, like, it doesn't have full control of its eyeballs. It's sort of random which one sort of are pointing at you at any particular time. But what it's going to do is it's going to sort of aim an eyeball, a green eyeball, and a green ray shoots out at you, El, and you need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Got this.
That'd be a 9.
A 9. Unfortunately, this green ray hits you square in the chest, and you take 52 points of force damage.
Ooh. On the upside, I get to half that because I am immune.
Yeah.
Well, I'm also unconscious, but I was immune to half that damage.
Oh, no.
All right. As that happens, you fall unconscious.
Oh, dear.
Oh, wait. I'm actually resistant to the lightning, so the first one did me less damage. I might be conscious. Let me do math.
You can't get double resistance.
No. It's okay. No, from the no, I'm lying. Yes, no, I'm completely unconscious. Wait, no, I'm on 1 hit point. 50, half of 50, 26, 17. So yes, 26 points. I laugh.
50 is 25.
Yes, 27 hit points.
All right,
hooray!
Cool. All right, that's fantastic because it means that you don't get disintegrated into nothing. And you're still standing, although you're blind and almost dead. Alpina, it's your turn.
So Alpina will see this and she'll basically yell out, "Don't hurt my friend!" And all the bones in her arm start to move down and she forms these long claws and she just launches at the beholder and starts claw attacking it.
Oh, what a
as she rages.
All right. Cool. Roll your attacks.
Okie dokie. Unfortunately, the first attack was a natural 1.
It's restrained, so you've got advantage.
Oh, good, yes. Good, because that would be a dirty 20 on the second.
Nice.
Good.
Okay, so the first one will hit and then she gets the second one off that once per turn. The second one will be a 22.
Yeah.
And then her third one will be 26. So that's all her actions for that. So I presume all 3 hit?
All 3 hit, yes.
Now, I have been reminded by my other half that D&D Beyond does not automatically add the extra 2 I get for the rage, so I have to add that manually. And I rolled like crap. So the first one does 13 slashing damage. Second one does 9 slashing damage, and the third one does 9 slashing damage.
Okay, so that's what, 31 points of full damage.
Yeah.
Wow, what a smack. All right, so in one fell blow, you've torn off like half of this beholder's face. Bits of undead flesh fall to the ground.
Good.
And everybody dances.
First dance nation.
Fantastic. You can't see, but I am actually dancing, I swear.
Release the dance, Scott. Release it.
All right. All right. Okay, so now it's your turn, Elle. You get to have a re-roll as well. You have advantage in memory of Trapos, a microwave percentage. Oh my goodness! Someone had a bad D100 roll.
It's that was me. I literally have all the bad D100 rolls. I yet to have a good one. Lightning's the closest one I had to not killing the party. So, in my slightly weakened state, I'm going to do what all powerful mages do at this one. Oh my! I pick really crap spells. Wow, I pick really crap spells. Like really, really intensely crap spells. What was I thinking?
Believe in you and your crap spells.
Yeah, seriously. I thought this was going to be a different type of adventure. Really, I did.
I said you're an adventuring group.
No, Sodja. Right. So what Elle does is he wipes the thing from his eyes. He takes a swipe at this monstrous creature in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to attack. Ready? Let's see if this goes well for me. That's a 15 to hit.
Hits.
Hooray! And that's.
Do you use your reroll?
What to do? See if I can crit. Let's see if we can crit. Well, the reroll is a 1, so I'm guessing that that was a great choice.
I stick with the 15. Like, it's up to you. But
no, I mean, we're in it to win it, right? The Dungeons and Dragons about winning the encounter. So I hit, and then suddenly go, no, this will be a better idea. Then I try and hit it with a pommel in a gentle kind of patting way, and it goes wrong for me. And then I go, crap! A misty step 30 feet away from the combat.
That sounds like a fair thing to do. So are you going to hit the beholder or not?
Well, I got a 6 with my reroll because she said reroll. I was like, oh, let's see if I can get it. No, that went horribly wrong for me.
It doesn't say. It says. I don't know if it's advantage or if it's just a reroll. So, if it's like a forced reroll, then I'm sorry for you.
Yep, they wanted the reroll. I'm sticking with my. Literally, I just go and then misty step out of there.
All right, cool. Do you want to go now? You can, if you want, you can go up to the ground floor.
I'm going upstairs.
Or you can sort of just go back to like upstairs. All right, great. I'll put you upstairs.
Bye. Well, shit.
So you're upstairs on the other side of the door, just like.
I'll be back after a long rest.
And can you also roll me a 1d100, please? No reason. Just yeah. $96.
That should be fine, right?
Oh man. Yeah, so you and all creatures within you gain vulnerability to piercing damage. You, again, like where you're standing is exactly where you got hit by that sort of magical burst from the water hitting the magical books. And you look over and you're like, oh! And there's a big blast.
Oh, we lost
This is going well.
Chat, donate once more for dancing entertainment. Oh, he's already back.
Unmute. Yes. Hello. I'm sorry. Aha. Sucks. So you've misty stepped upstairs. You look over at the books, exactly where you were standing last time. You got hit by the wild surge of magic, and you go, no, wait! And you get blasted with a vulnerability to piercing. And so would everybody else around you. But thankfully, the only person next to you is that Furbolg who you've said that you're going to be great friends with. She's sort of cowering up on the stairs. So she takes the blast of magic, but it's just vulnerability. As long as no one tries to stab her, she'll be fine.
Sure. So all I'm hearing is I heroically have saved the party from a fate worse than death. So no need to thank me. You can thank me after my short/long rest.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So I think what's going to happen is these two dust methods are going to take their turn. One of them is going to go over to Alpina here and try and claw you. And it gets a 13 to hit, which I don't believe hits.
No, that doesn't hit.
And the other one... All right, cool. And the other one managed to recharge its breath, so it's going to blast you again with that blinding breath. So you need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Ooh, only 11.
Only 11, yeah. So dust sort of like blasts into your eyes and you're like, ah! And you are blinded. By the way, Obo and Elle, you guys can both make dexterity saving throws to try and get rid of the blindness that you had from last turn.
I rolled a natural 1.
Oh, I feel for you.
You get extra blinded. Oh, it gets in your shell, the dust. Oh.
I'm going to spend ages.
I've got to say, Elle's proprioception is pretty good. Like running towards a beholder, attacking it, then teleporting upstairs. Like, that's pretty schmick. Valorous, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
I think what this combat needs is much more wriggly things. So I'm going to use half my movement to stand up from prone. And I would like to throw my walking stick 10 feet in front of me. GM, can I have a token for a giant constrictor snake, please?
You can have a token for a giant constrictor snake.
It is a huge snake.
Second to get it. That's what she said. Sorry, that's very nice.
Oh, and this... Hold on to that pun for a second. We're not done yet.
Okay. Give me a quick second. Sorry, I should have been prepped for this, but I was not.
No, that's fine. Any snake will do.
It's okay. I've suddenly realised that those magic items you very kindly gave us there, I should really pay attention to what they were and what they do. So Elle's at the moment blinded, bleeding slightly slowly to death with, missing large chunks of him, goes, this robe would have been really useful to use downstairs. Hey, you said this was just one creature. I want more money from the woman there. And back to you, Callan.
I'm afraid I can't help you out with that.
Oh man.
All right, that's pretty big.
Yeah.
There we go. It's actually large size, so it's legitimately like a big snake. There you go.
Oh, it's actually huge size, so it's actually 3 by 3. Yeah.
Huge size. All right,
yeah,
so you throw out your...
I'm going to fill this room with wriggly tentacles. That's my thing.
So you throw out your staff, it turns into this giant snake. What's it going to do?
I will. It moves after my turn, so I will mentally command it to, move next to the beholder. Still entangled, right? Still restrained.
Is it still entangled? Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah. All right, so on the snack face turn, it'll move next to the beholder and try and constrict it. But first, GM, can I have a token for a wriggly tentacle as well?
No, you can. Give me a second. Oh, actually, hold on. I've got this one already.
Oh, nice. It's not a female or anything. It's just all wriggly. Don't mind it. It's fine.
Yeah.
There it is.
There you go.
Sweet. Maybe it's easier if you give me control of those so I can place them on the map.
About that.
Yes, perfect. All right, so within 60 feet of me, so I can make it pop up besides the beholder. And the beholder gets slapped in the face by a wet tentacle.
Oh, man. Make your attack.
All right, so since it's restrained, I will make that at advantage. That's a 21 to hit.
A 21, that hits.
So he'll take 8 cold damage, and if he was going to move, he has 10 foot less movement, but I don't really think that's going to be an issue. So yeah,
it's not going very many places at the moment.
And as soon as I've seen all this and see it's going well, I will drop down again. It's like, oh!
All right, what's your snake doing?
So my snake is going to crawl all over the desk and papers here, making a real mess, and then just... Oh, that's probably a little bit too close to him. Yeah, there we go, 3x3. And then, try and constrict the beholder as well. Get them all up in the...
Is that an attack roll or a saving throw?
That's an attack roll, yes. Melee attack roll. I have to roll that manually. I don't have buttons for that, but that's fine. Let's roll it in roll 20 for, variation's sake. All right, that's also with advantage because restrained. So that's a 18 to hit total.
Yeah, that hits.
One which you just use average damage for the snake?
Yeah, that's easiest, definitely, I think.
All right. You will take 13 bludgeoning damage, and he is also grappled and restrained by the snake now as well. So, yeah.
Double grappled and restrained. All right.
Yeah. Get all up in those eye stalks.
Okay, cool. So your snake and your tentacle are just sort of like it's just a mass of little wriggly tentacle, eye stalk, snake things. Honestly, Alpino, you're just in front of this horrifying mass. As that happens, the beholder turns to the illusion that you created on the steps and sort of like waggles its eyebrows a little bit. There's like, want to get up in this? No. And they're going to, it's got to blast somebody with an eye. So, Alpina, can you please make me a wisdom saving throw? As its yellow eye kind of like pokes out from underneath the snake and blasts you a little.
And we can already tell that Alpina is extremely wise, which is why she got a 4.
All right, you are frightened of the beholder.
Oh no!
So it means that you take disadvantage on attack rolls when you're and
it's restrained, so it's just a normal attack.
Yeah, so it's just a normal attack roll. So it's real scary. I mean, I'm not surprised. Like, it's just giant, massive tentacles and eyeballs and everything. Ovo, it's your turn.
Okay, can I see anything? Is it blurry? Am I just completely blind, no vision at all?
You're blinded, but you still can hear, and so you've got a good sense of, like, where things are. But if you had to cast a spell that like is like to at something you can see or whatever, then you couldn't do that.
No, I was going to go for the mephits at the bottom of the stairs. If I know that their location is there, then I want to kind of get down those stairs and help out Alpina a little bit.
Are you going to go to attack?
Yes. So I've got the staff and I've got the absorb elements stored up.
All right, cool. So you'll have disadvantage, but you can certainly go for a swing on them.
Okay. Did I have my advantage from the previous leftover? Was that advantage or was that inspiration?
Oh yeah.
Advantage.
No, that was advantage. So you can use that.
Okay. So let's. Well, I've got a 21 to hit.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this is two-handed with I got the Staff of the Woodlands. It's only a 9 damage, but it stores up the 1d6 of lightning damage for an additional 6.
Nice.
Good.
All right. So you smack this Mephit with your staff and blast it with lightning, and its dead carcass goes flying across the room past Alpina and smashes against the wall.
Oh, fantastic. Because I'm old and grumpy now, that's not good. So I have to take it out on something.
Get off my basement.
All right. Okay, so now it is Alpina's turn.
Okay. So she is frightened, but she doesn't have to move closer because she's right there. And it's restrained, so it's a normal roll.
Don't hit my snake.
No, but there are too many pokey things on the field, so she's going to start going for the beholder's stalks. So the first claw attack will miss with a 9.
Okay. Is that with the advantage?
Well, because I'm frightened.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so the second one, just excuse me while I go to full screen. Oh, wait, the first one was 12. The second
that misses.
The second one's 24.
24 hits.
And I'll use my ability to do the extra claw attack on that one. And no, that was a natural 1. So there's only one attack this time round, which is 11.
11. All right. You still slash into this against the beholder, yes?
Yes.
Yes, cool. You slash into the beholder, tearing into it, and you can see that it's like almost dead. It's on death's door.
Because that's the one that hurt me.
As that happens, Alpina, you were the only one who didn't take a drink at the bar, right?
Correct.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you feel yourself sort of like, you feel like you're a little bit sort of more able to withstand the effects of alcohol, and you can't be intoxicated for the next 12 days.
Oh.
So basically for the next 2 weeks, you could drink as much as you like and you will never get intoxicated.
So when we go back to that guy's pub, we'll go into a drinking competition for a free bar tab.
There it is.
Yeah. All right. The beholder is also going to try and escape from the entanglement, which it doesn't manage to do. And then the 2 magma memphits that are sort of sitting at the back of they've sort of just been sitting at the back of the room, like giggling at you guys at the moment.
They were also entangled, weren't they?
They're entangled as well, yeah. But they can see like the beholder seems to be sort of taking it pretty hard. So what they're going to do is they're just going to unleash fire breath over Alpina, the constrictor snake, and the beholder as well. So can both Alpina and the constrictor snake make a dexterity saving throw?
Okay.
Snake can make snake face.
Just so I'm not annoying everyone by rolling on the table now.
Was it a dex or
No, it's fine. Dex save. Thanks.
Oh, you're actually pretty good at that. Let's see.
Thank you, Dragonfire, for that wild magic, by the way. You've been doing some serious good work.
It's an 18 for Snacky.
All right, so Snacky takes 9 points of fire damage. Does your tentacle take fire damage, by the way?
The tentacle, I don't think it's actually has hit points or anything. Probably not. No, that says anything about the hit points. It's. I think it's just like a kind of spectral tentacle.
Oh, okay. Cool. No worries.
Yeah. Some hit points. 60. Snake has so many damn free hit points. It's amazing. So 9 damage, you said?
9 damage if they succeed, yes. And what did Alpina get?
10.
10. All right. So Alpina also takes. Alpina's failed, so she takes 18 points of damage.
Ugh. She's starting to look a little rough.
All right. And you see the beholder like gets blasted with this fire, and it is for sure almost dead. It is now Elle. It's your turn again. Back at the top of the order, and you are stuck up the top there.
So calmly turn to the furball. This is all fine. We do this. We're trained professionals. And while heavily bleeding from my disintegrated body, lurch around the corner, say, "Oi, you stupid bugger!" Rip her, and you notice suddenly for the first time, it's almost like someone had just remembered their character had taken this item. This beautiful robe full of stars. He reaches up to one of the stickers, gives it a pull, pulls off the other one, and chucks a handful of magic missiles at the gits downstairs.
Nice.
Either you're yodeling or your internet connection failed there, but I'm going to take that as yodeling of fear, DM. So,
Fair.
Who are you hitting?
the beholders. Well, obviously, other than the party members, which I'm here to kill. It was going to be the beholder, and no, I know, I love you all, really. I'm doing this for the money. No, I am going to go for the beholder. So I get. It's a 5th level spell because you gave us stuff. So that's like 8 darts, right? So the beholder gets 3. The people from Memphis get the rest of them, 2 each because I hate them all.
We love you, Memphis.
All right, cool. So just roll me 1d4 and we'll apply it to all of them.
Right.
Roll. Shout out to Memphis, $10 to make us dance.
Yeah, so that's basically a 3 per attack in that case.
All right, cool.
Callan?
So the beholder is blasted, just gets absolutely wrecked. And same for the Mephit over here. It gets smacked into the wall by the force of the magical missile. The beholder's like still wrapped up in stuff, but you see all its eyes go limp. And the 2 magma Mephits here are just like, they don't look particularly keen to fight anymore. And they're like, I don't know if we want to do this. And can you also roll me a D100, please?
32, young man. 32.
Oh, Lord.
32.
32. Not a 42, a 32. Thank you, Douglas Adams.
Okay. You feel the magic of this place start to suffuse your body. And you look at the door that's sort of between you and the furbolg, and you reach out to step towards them, and you step through the door into empty void. And for a moment, you're just floating in empty void with sort of nothing around you. And you see far off in the distance an astral dreadnought sort of move through the plane, the astral plane that you've been transported to.
Cool.
And as you float in the void, you reflect on what's brought you here. Your choices. And you remember something that you saw actually on the bench with all the books. The book that kept blasting magical spells at you think was actually the wizard spell book. And that's sort of like the last image that you saw before you blasted off into the astral plane. And that's the end of your turn. So Valorous, what would you like to do?
Let's see if I can make more tentacles. No. Well, maybe. All right. So, do these methods look like they're gonna flee, or because I'm not really that not first of a person, I think.
The methods don't seem like they want to fight, but if you guys try to fight them, they'll probably defend themselves. But you could make like an intimidation check or a persuasion check to just tell them to bugger off. They're basically, what they're doing is they seem to just sort of be drawn to there's a couple open flames there, some sort of alchemical alchemic thing, and they're just kind of like, they were just warming themselves over the fire, and then the beholder showed up basically. They don't have a stake in the fight, essentially.
All right, cool. I will stand up and take a couple steps forward. Oh, not snaky, just me. That's fine. And with my snake like coiled around me on the floor like a giant, I know. Anyway, with myself accentuated by my enormous snake. I will say to them, "Tell us what you know about the wizard, and we might let you leave alive." So, yeah. There
you go. Roll me an intimidation check, please.
I'm actually not that intimidating, so I hope the snake helps. Oh, that's actually a 16. That's not bad.
A 16? Cool. All right. Yeah. They start babbling in some infernal language that you just do not understand unless you speak Ignan.
Nope.
Or Primordial? Do you speak Primordial?
Nope, not at all. Anybody?
Nope.
All right, I'm going to declare the combat over. The Mephits are like willing to talk to you, but they don't speak any languages you understand. Elle, you appear back in the space that you left just before. And Valros, you sort of as you step over the desk and back to where you came from, your snake kind of snuggles up to you a little bit. And then it's covered in kind of like a bit of the ritual circle, like chalk paint and some of the beholder's guts and stuff. And a bit of like liquid that's sort of like slightly glowing. It's been infused with some kind of magical energy and it covers you and you feel suffused with magical power. And so you have the next spell that you cast will be maximized.
Ooh.
Also, Elle, don't forget you have a sorcery point that you can use to cast a...
Okay. I have one spell that can actually do damage, so that's great. Yeah, thanks.
Cool. So don't forget that. And Elle, you also have one meta magic available to you as well, by the way. From a surge earlier.
Just to power play at this point in time and be a rules lawyer, did I get a full rest? Because, astral plane, very restful. Look at the lights behind me. Oh, so restful. Long rest.
I feel rested.
That's a nice pitch, but I'm not going to allow it.
Bugger. Yeah. Okay. Well, at this point,
$50 for a long rest.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. If someone wants to donate for these guys to get a long rest, I'll allow it for sure.
Sure. Have you seen the people in chat? They're not donating to help us. So
is there a wild magic surge that gives you a long rest? Because I think that's your only chance, really.
There's one that casts Fireball, which I'm very intimately aware of, so on myself. So that would be good.
It gives you the longest rest, one might say.
I see what you did there. If only I'd spent. So, turn to the nice Furborg lady. Do you have? You wouldn't happen to be a powerful cleric that can heal people, can you? Are you?
No, quite the opposite. We've been getting the wizard to help us out with the healing. But they might have some potions of healing in their study, and she'll like come downstairs with you. Now that the beholder is dead, she says, "Yes, this beholder was sort of like a safe like a safety net, essentially. If the tower was ever attacked, it was supposed to defend the tower, but that didn't quite work. And she rummages through some of the crates over in the corner of the room and pulls out 2 healing potions, standard healing potions.
So in a loud, clear voice, Elle says, the funny thing about this town is you all seem to leave out the pertinent details till well after the fact. You know, starting off with, hey, I've got a pet undead beholder downstairs called Charlie, would have been like a really useful starting point. I mean...
Is there like just a giant web of magic over this town that makes people forget certain details? Is this what the wizard was doing?
I'll be honest with you. I actually don't talk much to the villagers. Me and my friends just showed up recently, and we're sort of not great friends with them. And so the wizards sort of been helping us out with some things. Obo, you regain your lowest level extended spell slot as you walk across this sort of patch of wet magical floor.
Right.
Thank you, Dragonspire. You're actually helping the party quite a lot.
So,
no fireballs yet.
Just because things are going horribly, horribly wrong, Elle grabs the potion, throws one straight to his barbarian friend, drink it before we explode, and then just sculls it.
She'll do what he says, scull it, even though she's not sure what it is.
Drink!
So sorry, they're potions of greater healing. Greater potions of healing. So I'm not sure how much they heal.
20d4?
Give me one.
So generous.
Sure, that's how much.
20d4, wow, amazing. Amazing.
Hey, we've got an hour and a half to go. I forgot that this was the first encounter.
This was the
4d4 plus 4.
Okay.
Maybe you all should you all should subscribe to the wisdom of Captain Mucus, because I haven't been hit at all in this combat, so I think he protects me. So if you would like, you can just touch this relic right here, just rub his mucus all over your face. It'll be great.
We've spoken about this many, many, many times before.
And I know one day I'm going to get through to you. Huh?
Yep, over my dead body, which nearly happened twice. So, you know what? Third time's a charm, right?
I will rub it over your dead body. That's a good idea. Yeah.
No. Okay, let's never have that conversation again while I'm still alive. Obo, what's next?
I'm not sure. I mean, is this book still? Is the book still kind of sparking in the corner? Like,
yeah, it is. Yeah, you can go upstairs. I don't know if Elle told you about it, but you would have seen it at least. So you can go upstairs and you see that it's actually a wizard's spell book. It's bound in wolfskin. You're not quite sure about magic because it's not kind of your bag, but someone might be able to help you out with that. Also, in the front of it is sort of like the wizard's diary. And it says, there's a little excerpt that is the most recent one that says, the patient expired under the stress of their wounds. I must remember to go into the western forest to retrieve more belladonna. And you also cite, because you're quite good at investigation, you sort of naturally start looking around a little bit and you find a few other things. So you find some powdered silver. It's worth about 25 gold pieces and a yew leaf. And these sort of things are around, like, underneath the puddles.
Oh, we lost him.
I'm taking that. I'm taking you.
Well, I think it's case closed, guys. He's in the woods looking for some belladonna.
We found him in his diary.
I just told you guys. So I just told you guys everything that was there. But so sorry. So you have a bit of a look around, and Obo's quite good at investigation, inquisitive. You also find you found the diary excerpt talking about getting more belladonna. You find some about $25 pieces worth, a yew leaf, and a blue dragon scale.
Now, I'm not one for picking up on clues, but there was a blue dragon mentioned, Dragonborn, that went off earlier on. And so I have a cunning plan. We set fire to the woods and never speak of this again.
I'm with you on that one. Yeah, let's get out of this.
What's to do with fire, man?
Red scales?
I find it strange as well. The villagers are asking us to find the wizard, but they really don't like them.
Yeah, but look, there's an old puzzle in my language about a needle in a haystack, and the way we find that the needle is set fire to the haystack, and anything left is the needle, right? Easy. Don't know why people get confused.
It's actually a very good point.
The Phobog pulls her hand up and says, "I live in the haystack. Don't set fire to my house."
Figuratively speaking, we would never torch anything that belongs to people around here. Can we investigate the
literally speaking, talking about torching the buildings?
Yeah, look, it's been a long day. The barman had awful, and I'm gonna rate him about 2 stars for his kind of performance in this place. The drink was awful. We walked in here. We've had to rescue you by kicking the front door down. You injured our barbarian, spirit by turning air into a plant, and then look at the stupid magic in this place. So, look, we're going to look around the basement to see if there's anything else worthwhile, and then we're going to have to go into the woods. But I'm just going to take a slight nap here because, I was bleeding heavily earlier on, and your pet beholder kind of disintegrated part of my chest. So, do you have any comfy beds here? Just for an hour or so. I'll be fine.
Yes. Sure, I suppose. You promise that you'll look for the wizard after that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Because, we were paid to do that. So, and again, you've got my brilliant Valorous can talk to you about, wiping slime over your face to convert to his religion. It is lovely conversation. It'll go on for about an hour anyway. Any other pertinent details?
I will cast disguise self on myself to look like a very large furbog and put an arm around her neck. Let me tell you all about Captain Mucus and his great blessings. And I lead her upstairs away from the party, so they can search and maybe loot this basement.
Slinks out of your arm. She sort of slinks out of your arm, but follows you upstairs.
I'll see slither.
All right, so you guys head upstairs. Slithers out of your arm. Follows you upstairs. So you guys have a bit more of a look around, and you're welcome to take a short rest at this time. You find sort of up here is like a study and a bedroom. And she says to you, I wasn't here when the wizard was taken, but he's been sort of teaching me magic for the last 3 to 6 weeks, sort of 6 weeks or so. But he's also been helping me and my friends get settled in town.
Who are these friends?
And as you guys look around, you find, my friends were from out of town a little bit. Can you roll me a persuasion, Valorous?
Of course.
While you guys are looking around, you also find a scroll of large reduce and a scroll of invisibility. So you guys can hold on to those. What did you get in persuasion?
Dirty 20 persuasion.
A dirty 20. Okay. Yeah. So because you've made yourself look like a furball, she assumes that you are a furball, just like her, and she sort of leans in and she says, "We're werewolves. He's helping cure us of
You're a werewolf furbog? How does that work?
Well, and and then we one by one.
Or you're kind of jittery again.
Don't do this to me, internet.
Clearly wasn't an important plot point. We should just plow on regardless and not pay anything at all in attention to what happens next.
Let's just declare that the beholder killed the wizard and go from there.
Am I back now?
You are.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. So she says to you, "Look, I was a part of a Furbolg clan living in the forests, but we were attacked by werewolves, and I got bitten. Me and two other of my friends got bitten, and we were thrown out of our clan because they obviously don't want werewolves around. But we don't really want to be werewolves either. So the wizard was helping us. Zilfan is his name. I don't know if anyone actually told you, but Zilfan was helping us cure us.
Zilfan.
Yeah. Look, to be honest, we tried not to personalize these things because when it goes wrong for us, we can just point out to it was a wizard. Collateral damage.
He raises an eyebrow and says, "When?" I don't know if I can trust you.
If. Oops.
Usually we're very dependable.
And she says, she looks at the blue dragon scale that you have, and she says, "I know where the Dragonborn went. There's a stable not too far from here where he and a few of his friends were. That they were staying there overnight. They might still be there. If we go quickly, we can catch them."
Yeah, that sounds like a plan, Mike. Let's go. Let's go as quick as we can. I think getting out of this tower is probably a wise move.
All right. Is there anything else you guys would like to do there before you go to the stable?
Yeah, I would like to take, while the rest is taking their short rest, I would like to take Artie to the side a bit and drop my disguise self so she can see my normal features. Since I'm a shifter, I kind of feel for her, plight as a new werewolf. And I'm like, "Don't worry, we'll find the wizard, and we will make sure he cures you of your ailment." To kind of show, kind of know what she has going on, to maybe make her trust us a little bit more, since we haven't really shown much confidence up to this point.
All right, cool.
And then back to Furbolg old man before the rest sees me.
Okay, cool. She seems like she seems a little bit sort of surprised by it, and sort of a little bit sad, but at least she trusts that you'll do right by her. Okay, so night has truly fallen now, and you guys are headed up to the stable, and it's sort of a little bit away from town. It's in kind of like a forest. You sort of have to go down a small trail to get there. And as you go, as you head up there, Ali is going to sort of point the direction. She says, "That's where they are. They'll probably come after me. They know that I'm a werewolf, so they'll probably come after me if I go any closer. So I'm going to hold back here, and if you need me, I guess call for me." And as you guys make your way up, you can see that it's kind of like just a sort of regular stable, but from inside you can see that there's some lights. It's a 2-story stable. There's some lights, and you can hear a commotion coming from inside. Are you guys do you want to sneak up? Do you want to walk brazenly up to the door? How would you like to approach it?
I can sneak up and have a look first if you guys want.
I'll pass without trace.
Oh, nice.
So that will give us +10 to our dexterity stealth check.
Right. I will also give my, in case they do come after, I will give my Staff of the Python to Artie. Just say to her, just throw it on the ground, make a giant snake. If they come after you and run away, they won't chase you anymore.
Okay.
For sure.
He sort of grips it with both hands and like looks like she's holding it like a club. She's like, "All right, okay, I got this."
Don't use it as a club. Please don't use this.
Can you roll me a stealth, please, Valorous?
All right. So that has another +10. Oh man, this is going to be. Oh well, that's a 23 with the pass without trace. So I kind of needed it.
All right, great. Okay, 23. All right,
yes.
So you hold on 1 second. So can you see that new screen now?
Yes, I can.
Yes.
All right, cool. So you guys, you arrive at the stables and you've sort of snuck your way and you just poke your head just inside the door. And you can see that there is, in the door, you can see a small gnome sort of trussed up in a cart up against the wall. And in front of the gnome is an imposing elvish paladin that's kind of like talking to the gnome and saying, tell me where the rest of the werewolves are. Tell me what's going on. And seems to be quite sort of aggressively interrogating the wizard. Can you roll me a perception as well?
All right. Ooh, I'm not very good at perception, but we will see. That's a 10 total.
10 total? Okay.
So when we last in, there's actually like 20 more people in the building.
It's just one person. We can take him.
So you look around and you remember seeing some lights sort of in the building, but you realize that there's not any torches posted. There's just this sort of soft ambient light that seems to be glowing, but you can't really see where it's coming from. Somewhere above up on the second floor of the building for sure. As the paladin sort of interrogating the little gnome, who you assume must be the wizard, you can see that he's got some sort of like wounds on him. It looks like he's been beaten up a little bit as well.
All right. Well, there's only one. I will be kind of smart about this. Walk back a little bit so the group can see and hear me. I'll say, there's a very self-righteous person torturing this poor little gnome. We have to save him. And I'll run back in.
Okay, cool. All right. So is everyone else going to run in with him, or are you guys just going to hang out on your own?
No, I'll run in.
You see, Elga, no, we're talking, no.
And I'm on my way, like, I'm coming.
We all know
I'll save you.
Persecuted in this world, okay?
Yeah.
What's Obo casting?
Yeah, is it so?
I was just running in.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Sorry. Who's doing the casting?
Armor of Agatha's at this point in time, because this went horribly wrong last time, and turns around to Alpino. Why couldn't we get the wizard and cleric in the last package? You know, when we were in the adventuring guild, why didn't we go with those two? How do we get these? What's going on?
I don't know. I hit things, I get hurt, and they can't fix me, but I can still run in and hit things now if you want me to.
I'm going to try and talk to them if these two haven't started the combat. So be ready, be on your game. You know.
Okay.
I will definitely start a combat as soon as we're in.
Okay, cool. So you guys burst in the door and you turn around and you see that the paladin sort of noticed you at this point. And turns to you and she says, "Oh my goodness, I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you. I need your guidance. The first thing that I would like you to tell me is if anyone here is evil."
Well, it's a great area here.
No, probably not.
Yeah, sort of uncompromising or like greedy, none of that sort of stuff counts. Like, do you actively go out to try and hurt or harm other people?
No. Our partner
Okay.
will do anything to protect her, who she considers to be her pack, but she doesn't actively like go out and torture or anything like that.
Just
Great.
because I have a criminal past doesn't make me evil, okay?
Oh, that's sweet. Okay. So, Tammie, you get advantage on the next roll. Alpina gets advantage on the next roll, and the paladin's actually going to come up directly to you. Thank you to Gav, by the way, for that. The paladin's going to come up directly to you and sort of grab your hands and hold them and be like, "Thank you. I'm so glad that you're here." And like, she's speaking directly to you as if you're the sort of leader of this group. And she says, "This wizard has been helping werewolves, and werewolves, they killed my family, and I can't, in truth and justice, decide his fate. I need you to do it for me." And she's going to sort of like stand aside, or she's going to lead you up to where the gnome is, and she's going to sort of stand aside and let you stand there, and sort of looks at you expectantly. It's like, what do we do?
Is the paladin pretty distracted by all this? Isn't she? She's not paying attention to any of us.
She's mostly looking at Alpina, yeah. So you could probably try and sneak all around if you want. Obo, you look up and you can see in the rafters above you on the second floor of the stable, there is the blue dragonborn, and he's kind of just leaning on a ledge overlooking you. And there's also another like cleric-looking person there as well. There's a dark-skinned man that's holding like a censer and is kind of chanting, and the light is emanating from him.
Okay, so our plan is just going to be, I don't understand. You want werewolves to go away because they hurt your family. This one is trying to cure werewolves, which would make all the werewolf problem go away. So what is your problem with that?
The werewolf curse is uncurable. Look, to cure a werewolf takes so much time and energy. They're already cursed. Their bloodlust will overtake. It doesn't matter how long they fight it, their bloodlust will eventually overtake their better humanity.
Just because there's one bad werewolf doesn't mean they're all bad.
It's irrelevant. Can you roll me a persuasion check, please? You can use your advantage if you want.
Probably, given my persuasion level, yes.
And if anyone else wants to jump in, you're welcome to sort of like jump in and give your points.
I am
as well.
like right on the point of like just stabbing in the back. Like I feel personally attacked by this. I have the blood of werewolves running through my veins. So
yeah.
Thanks to Gav's gift, it's an actual 18.
Ooh.
An 18. All right. She seems a little bit less, like a little bit sort of like more convinced. She's like, initially I was going to demand punishment in the form of execution, but perhaps there's something else. We could imprison the gnome, we could imprison the wizard, or maybe send them to some sort of re-education camp.
And this is where Elle just steps in and shows as many teeth as humanly possible.
Werewolves are people too.
Funny you mentioned.
I would like to charge at her and cast Boom and Blade. Screw this person.
All right. Let's roll initiative. And I'm going to say everybody, it's going to say everyone in the party, you know Valorous well enough that you can make a wisdom saving throw to not be surprised. But the paladin and the rest of her crew will be surprised. So it might just be Valorous on the first action. But if everyone can roll me initiative and also a wisdom saving throw, please.
I got a natural 1 on the
no.
sorry, on the wisdom.
On the wisdom. Okay. What did you get on your
I'm
initiative?
very surprised that he's done this.
Yeah, I probably haven't shown many of you the bestial features, so might be surprising.
So Alpina must connect with the fact that you've got the bestial features, because on her wisdom saving throw, she got a natural 20.
Oh, wow.
However, on her initiative, she got a 9. But,
On her initiative, she got a 9. Cool.
You could smell it on me.
Yeah.
Elle, what did you get for your initiative? 13. Sorry, I can see it here. And Obo, what did you get for your initiative?
I got 12.
12. Okay. And Valorous, what did you get for your initiative?
A 10.
A 10. Okay. Do you guys see, like, the Dragonborn and the priest upstairs were, like, ready for a fight to break out, but they weren't expecting it to break out that way. So they go before any of you act, they, like, oh, and they come out of surprise, and they're, like, ready to fight next round. You can hear the growling of dogs from the pens either side of you. And then it is... Obo, you are surprised. Unfortunately, the only thing you can do this turn is come out of surprise. And the next to act is Elle. Sorry, Elle, you actually go before Obo, but Elle, you can act because you passed your wisdom saving throw.
Brilliant.
So you can see Valorous charging towards the paladin to attack, and you actually get to go before Valorous.
Okay. Bugger.
Not this again.
Yeah. So there's a quick moment where Elle looks at the situation, and then how big is Valorous, by the way?
Valorous. Sorry, go ahead, mate.
It's probably like 5'8", 5'9". More average size. Oh, you're muted. You're muted, Chris.
So I'm going to shove you under my arm. That's it. It's literally like 6'3". Just go whoop and then grapple him. Just sweep him away as if this is a normal thing, and say he's very emotional at this point in time. He had family problems too, and literally just try and drag him off and try and stop the combat.
Okay, cool. All right. Can you roll me a persuasion check with disadvantage, please?
Oh, I'm lying, by the way. I'm not telling any truths whatsoever.
Really? Oh, okay. Well, deception, please. I'll say, since you're actually fully lying and you're not trying to really stop the combat, there's no disadvantage. You're just being disingenuine.
No, so I am trying to stop the combat, but I'm trying to fool the paladin into thinking this is a normal reaction from the party about how emotional we are.
Oh, I see where you're going. Okay, yeah. So it will be disadvantage with deception.
Sure, no problem at all. So that's a 15.
A 15, okay. And the paladin will do an insight. The paladin, unfortunately, is quite insightful and able to see through. Seems swayed for a second, like looks to Alpina, and then you hear the Dragonborn upstairs be like, "That's not real." And unfortunately, it doesn't work. Can you make a contested athletics with Valorous as well? Because Valorous is certainly going to try and charge at the paladin. So I need both of you to roll an athletics check.
Can I use acrobatics for that to escape it, grapple?
You can use acrobatics on your turn as an action to escape the grapple.
All right.
But
that's a 4.
The initiating of the grapple. 4, yeah. So Elle does manage to grab you, the paladin looks like she's like super confused and looks like she wants to, at the very least, like thinks Valorous is some kind of werewolf friend, and will probably want to put Valorous down. It's your turn, Valorous. What are you going to do?
I don't know. We both know each other, so I'm pretty comfortable in his big, strong dragonborn arms. So don't worry, I will make this whole problem disappear. I will take out my dust of disappearance and throw it in the air, except that it is dust of sneezing and choking. So each creature within 30 feet of me, which might be everyone in the stables,
pretty much.
that has to breathe, has to make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw or become unable to breathe while sneezing uncontrollably.
Wow.
It's gonna be great, guys.
Okay.
It's gonna be great.
What was the saving throw? What type of saving throw was it? Sorry.
Constitution DC 15.
And what happens if they lose?
They are unable to breathe as they start sneezing uncontrollably. The actual effect of that is you are incapacitated and suffocating.
Okay.
I got another natural one.
Oh dear.
Oh, no.
Wow.
So if you...
Go on.
So how long does that
if you've
go
been
for?
affected, can you just add a little token to your character? A little sort of marking that says that you've been affected?
And it lasts for... you can repeat the same throw at the end of its turn, ending on a success. So.
Awesome.
But they're also suffocating, so we should be quick about it.
I haven't used Roll20 before, so I don't know how to add a token to my character, but rolling a natural one as well.
Okay.
TPK from dust of sneezing. Awesome.
Incapacitated, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'll do the Dragonborn and the Paladin and all of them also get affected, or no?
The Dragonborn is okay because he's got quite strong constitution. But you can see the priest starts coughing, and the light goes out.
Oh, great. Dark vision. Yeah.
Only Valorous has dark vision, I believe.
What?
No, Alpina does as well. Goliaths have it, don't they?
Oh, do they? Oh, okay.
Oh.
I don't
mean, in
think
5th edition, everybody has dark vision.
Look on your character sheet, I'll say.
Oh, hang on. Well, I mean, she's incapacitated.
No, Alpina.
No, they
doesn't have it.
don't. Oh, well.
Uh-oh. So it's totally blind for most of the people here. There's coughing, sneezing. This is fine. Thank you, Chris. Thank you.
Wild magic surges. We can bring this all down ourselves.
He gave us magic items. I mean, come on.
Donate to give us dark vision.
Okay. Valorous, what are you going to do? So that was your action. Yep, you still got a bonus on a move. You can make an acrobatics check as an action to escape. So you're stuck at the moment.
It's fine. I'm good here. He can use me as a battering ram, but I would like to use my bonus action to create another wiggly tentacle next to the
paladin.
The very, very biased werewolf-hating paladin, and smack her across the face. Knock some sense into her.
Okay, great. Can you roll me an attack roll, please?
Yes, I will.
I had her almost convinced not all werewolves were bad.
I'm not speaking for all werewolves, just, that's a 15.
15 doesn't hit, I'm afraid. She's wearing plate armor.
Oh, dear.
So it smacks her, and she goes, "Whoa! What was that?" Alpina, it's your turn.
Oh, okay. So I can't do anything because I'm sneezing uncontrollably, except try and roll a Constitution saving throw again at the end of my turn, I presume. That's how it works.
Yeah, exactly. You can still move, though.
But I can't attack or anything.
No actions or reactions.
No. So she'll stay where she is because she can't see anything to know where she's stepping anyway.
Dog poop everywhere.
Okay, so 18 that time.
I think 18 is enough.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 15 or higher.
So I am therefore now able to not sneeze. But I still can't
All
see.
right. Oh, yeah, and that's your turn. Okay, so the priest upstairs is going to try and sort of shake off the dust, but they're unable to. The Dragonborn, however, is going to look down and go, "Snap out of it!" And sort of yell at the paladin and cast Bless. So on the paladin, the priest, as well as itself, they're all going to be blessed. And then it's going to jump down to the floor below and land right next to you, Valorous. And you can see it's this giant Dragonborn. And it's going to go...
He's a big one.
And he says, "Try and get by me." But you can see that he's actually emitting light, so it's a little bit easier to see now as well. Elle, it's your turn.
Cool. Constitution saving throw to get out this thing?
Yeah.
Oh, that's gone well for me so far. Let's try this again. What was the DC?
15, I believe.
Yes.
Wow. Well, if only I had a +1.
Chat, donate $10 for +1.
Yeah. I think I'm just kind of weeping at this point in time. Do I have any actions? Because I'm incapacitated, so I can't do anything. Can I move? Can I?
Incapacitated is nothing, I'm afraid.
That's what I thought.
No, there's still movement. You can still move. Only actions.
Can I crawl pathetically away from impending death? And
Yeah, sure. You can move half your distance if you want to bring Valorous with you, or you can leave Valorous there.
Choices. It seems difficult. He's making so many friends.
I am very charismatic.
Yeah, I think I'll take him with me.
Come on.
I'm going to make towards that door. I'm going to crawl towards the door.
Okay, cool. So you can move. You can move half your movement.
Yeah. So that's it. And I kind of head back the door gently, as if I'm trying to escape certain death.
You can push through it if you want.
Hooray! I just crawl out there apologetically.
So he shoves me into the pen, I guess.
Yeah. On the other side of the door, you can see that there is a blink dog.
Okay, so with the last two foot of movement, I move back out the doorway.
Leave Valorous in there. Oh my goodness! The blink dog.
Where tigers? Oh.
The blink dog is going to attack you, Valorous.
Come on!
It gets a 20 to hit. Not a natural, but you take 6 points of damage as it attacks you. The rest of the blink dogs are incapacitated from that dust, so a few of them are going to try and break out of it. And you can hear them starting to like growl as most of them manage to break out.
It's fine.
All right, it is now your turn, Obo.
Okay, you mentioned, how bad am I in terms of sneezing and breathing?
If you don't need to breathe, then you don't get affected by the dust of sneezing and choking.
Technically, I can hold my breath for a long time. But that's usually
Sure,
underwater.
I will rule that you can hold your breath and not be affected by the dust, but you'll have disadvantage on your actions, on attack rolls and ability checks, and then you can suppress the effect.
As I'm kind of the way I see it is I'm on kind of on hands and knees on the floor of this stable, and I see the giant blue dragonborn. And while I'm trying to hold my breath from sneezing, I'm just trying to hold back that sneeze. I will cast Hold Person on the blue dragonborn.
Oh, what's the saving throw for that?
I'm just looking it up.
It's a wisdom, isn't it?
It's a wisdom saving throw. Yes.
The dragonborn is not very wise. What's the? Oh, and I have disadvantage thanks to Dragon's Fire. What's the number?
Well done, Dragon's Fire. Thank you.
Nice.
My spell save DC is 14.
Well, unfortunately, it gets an 8, so it's paralyzed. So you see it it's looming over L, and it just suddenly locks up, and it's like, and as that happens, you realize that your hand you're holding up to do it has the dragon scale in it, and it's got still some of the sort of wet magic stuff that was from the tower, and there's 2 surges that go off. Hold on. Oh no, I got rid of my.
Rolling in.
That was interesting. And you're oh.
All right, the 2 surges go off on the dragon itself. So the first one as a bunch of little flumps appear around it.
Yes.
They just sort of pop up, and they're like, and they're terrified of the dragonborn. And then the second one, hold on. And you see the dragonborn grows like a giant beard of feathers.
If only I had to sneeze because of some effect right now.
I'm still trying to hold back that sneeze, so I can't even talk. But yeah, okay, that's fine. Right. It worked.
Okay. Give me a second while I find a token for these flumps. Anyway, okay, so next up is Valorous. What would you like to do now that everything has changed for you?
My bestial heritage is actually cat-like, so I don't really like dogs, so I want to get away from the dog. Can I just get out of the pen, or is the door closed or anything?
You can jump out of the pen, yeah. The door's totally open, unless Elle is going to try and block it.
No, I'm just crawling pathetically from and to danger.
Oh, that's fine. All right, I will run away from the dog and jump over the door. Oh dear, that's a large boy.
That guy's a little bit big. Hold on 1 second.
Is that actually how big they are? No. Okay, good.
No. They're tiny. They're tiny little creatures.
Okay, so we're not going into Call of Cthulhu game just yet. Okay.
Did someone say more tentacles? I can make that happen.
I mean, they appear around the dragonborn. Obo, can you please roll initiative for these flumps?
Yep, here we go.
Oh my lord.
14 for the flumps.
14 for the flumps. Okay, great. I will put them in the initiative order.
All right. Did Blink
All right. What are you going to do, Valorous?
I run away from the Blink Duck Horde, so I don't know if it wants to take an
yes, it will make an attack of opportunity on you. Thank you for reminding me. That's very kind of you.
I'd love to kill myself. Wait, no. Oh,
Unfortunately,
fair bet, Joe, fair bet. No.
Come on, we're meant to get the audience to donate to do that sort of stuff.
Gonna skip right over that.
So it gets a natural 20.
Right.
I'm afraid.
That's fine.
So you take 8 points of damage as it bites you.
Yeah. All right. 8 points of damage. I will, since he's paralyzed, that's amazing. I will use my action to use Booming Blade as I take out what do I have? I think a rapier. Yeah, rapier. There it is. To attack the giant dragonborn because he's being so all aggressive and stuff in my face. And he's paralyzed, so that's only a 16 to hit.
The 16, I'm afraid, doesn't hit.
Oh man. Okay. Then yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing going on with the dragonborn, I'm afraid. He's totally fine. It is. Oh, are you going to do anything with your tentacle, by the way?
Yeah.
You've got a bonus action. You can make an attack.
I'll use my bonus action to slap the paralyzed dragonborn as well. See if that hits.
Cool.
Come on, high rolls. No, that's an 11.
11 doesn't hit either, yeah.
I flail around pathetically. That's my turn.
Okay. Alpina, it's your turn.
Okay, so I don't have dark vision, but you were saying that the dragonborn is glowing, so I can actually see where he is. I just can't see the paladin next to me.
Yeah, no, you can see everyone because basically the dragonborn's emitting bright light, so it's lighting up this entire space.
Okay.
So you can see what you can see on the Roll20 app, basically.
Yeah. So I'm going to move up. Not on top of the dragonborn. There.
Also, we just hit 2,500 donated, which is super awesome. Thank you, everyone, for helping out. I'd be up for more wild magic surges. Like, this has been great.
Okay, so I'm going to go towards go towards my dice tray. There we go. Let's get this out properly. I'm going to go up to the dragonborn, and I'm going to cause the bones in my arm to start protruding forth again into claws.
Yeah.
And I'm going to rage.
Oh, mad.
Okay, so the first one she will do is do I get advantage because he's paralysed?
He's not. Oh, he is paralysed, so yes, you get advantage.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, Valorous, you would have gotten advantage as well. I was sure that there was something going on. Sorry, I'll put paralysed.
I was rolling with advantage and it still sucked.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
There's not much you can do about that, I'm afraid.
About my sucking? Oh, thanks.
Okay, so her first claw attack is 27.
That hits.
The second claw attack is 25.
Yes, that hits.
The third claw attack is 19.
19 hits as well.
Oh, fantastic.
Taking notes.
So basically she's running up to him, crying out like a 6-year-old toddler throwing a tantrum. And she's swiping. He's got the back to her, so she's going to be probably, I'm going to say that she comes in because he's so big and she starts trying to take out the back of his Achilles heel so that he can't move.
Cool.
Okay. Now I've just got to go back while I add up this damage, so just bear with me. Okay, so the first one's 14, the second one's 14,
okay,
and the third one's 12.
12, so that's 40. Wow. Okay, all right. In one fell swoop, you've like splashed through the leg of this dragonborn. And it's like still sort of standing on one leg, but you've like brutalized it.
And she'll basically just say, people thought I was bad too.
Oh, okay. All right. Behind you, you see the paladin kind of shake off the effects of the sneezing and choking dust. she is sort of looking at Alpina, and she's like really confused because you were making some good points, but now you're attacking her Dragonborn friend. She's like not sure what to do. And then the priest is going to also try and shake off the effects of the spell as well. But unfortunately, I forgot about Bless. Hold on.
Hey, did the bless drop after taking 30 points of damage?
He's paralyzed, so the bless would drop because.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't have to do anything, so bugger me then, I guess. So the priest is still up there, sort of coughing and choking, and you hear like the doors behind you start to you hear this behind you, Obo, and from the doors bursts a giant werewolf. Like big, but giant, but big. There we go. And you notice that it's got the same sort of coloration as what Ali had. And Valorous,
you can tell.
But you see that it looks at you and it sort of has recognition of you guys in its eyes. It looks like it's in control of its bloodlust. So Valorous, on your turn, you can tell the werewolf to do something.
Rampage.
Does the werewolf have a small stick in his mouth?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. The werewolf's like, and it like drops the stick at your feet, and it's like,
Is that your snake staff back?
That's your snake staff back.
She fetched it for me. Such a good girl.
As you guys look up, you can see through a hole in the roof that there's a full moon, and you start to hear howls from out in the forest around where you guys are. The Dragonborn like rages against whatever sort of magic is holding it down, and you can see like anger, pure anger in its eyes. It gets a 15 to save. I think that's successful. Is that right?
It is, yes.
Okay, so it breaks out of the hold and it like slips for a second, but it manages to catch itself on its leg. Elle, it's your turn. Oh, the flumps are just gonna they're like, "Wah!" What can they do?
Time.
Great lot of help they were.
This one's gonna cast a stench spray. So Alpina and Valorous and Elle, you all need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Why is he attacking us?
So it's just it's terrified. So it's just like causing a giant stench spray and then flying away.
That's a 6.
I'd just like to point out that I am proficient and have a decent bonus for con saves, and I keep failing them because I just rolled 2, so I have 8 total.
Okay, everyone who failed takes 2 points of acid damage.
Oh,
oof!
That doesn't include the Dragonborn, and. Oh, no, sorry. You're coated in a horrible stench for 1d4 hours. So you're coated in this, spray that makes you stink. And you're poisoned as long as the stench lasts, and anyone within 5 feet of you is poisoned as well.
So we get back those 2 points.
Oh, you get back those 2 hit points, yes. Yeah.
Hooray.
And the creatures within 5 feet of you don't get to roll to see whether or not they are poisoned. So that includes the Dragonborn and the Paladin. They just, they just are poisoned.
So, Callan, I just want to get the scene right in my head, right? So we're in a stable, yeah?
Yeah.
There is a paladin. We've now got a werewolf that's appeared with a stick in his mouth. It's a full moon. There's another gnome that's likely to turn into a werewolf any second. The party that we were going to help the paladin is now going to attack us. The Dragonborn's nearly lost his leg. Elle can't breathe because help from his own party member, and is now gone from one place to another, still can't breathe, and now a flump's farted on him. That's probably all right.
It's a good day for you guys. Like, this is what you get paid
Tuesday.
So, I'm going to try and make a Constitution saving throw just because, I'd like to be able to breathe.
I pray for you, man. I do.
So how long does it take for you to fall unconscious from suffocating, actually? Asking for a friend.
I think you have turns equal to 10 times your constitution.
Oh,
So you got a fair amount of time.
So,
Yeah, 10 times your constitution mod.
22. So at that point, El regains his breath. He takes in, cowering on the floor, he takes in the combat that's going on around him. A number of things flash through his mind. We should probably talk. We should probably see if we could do. I wonder if I can lie here. I wonder if I should go to a better place. Yeah, again, those spell choices I made were really, really crap. I mean, seriously, just awesomely terrible.
To be fair, you were the face of the group. Let's just, put that out there. You're the charisma character.
Is there
Very pretty face.
any chance, given that we've, attacked them and literally cut one of the legs off, for negotiation whatsoever at this point in time? This was a terrible misunderstanding. Different part of the country. It's all to do with cultural differences, and we can all be friends.
Look, I'll I like your spunk, I like your attempt, but I applaud it. But there's no chance that you could convince someone after chopping their legs off that it was all a misunderstanding. This is just how we do it in our part of town.
Yeah, we'll sod you then. It's time to use the blast of the Eldritch. It's like this has gone horribly well. So cowering on the floor, he uses his half movement to straighten himself up, dust off the half plate mail, kind of roll his neck around, summons the sword, and then from a cowboy movie, quick draws, Eldritch blast.
Nice. Cool.
And says, look, nothing personal. We just make poor life choices.
Yes, we do.
All right, what do you get to hear?
Nothing personal. We're in it for the dosh.
Yeah. And so, does the Dragonborn look like they are clinging onto life?
Yeah.
Sure. Well, let's first blast against them.
Okay.
That's a 12.
A 12 does not hit, I'm afraid.
As I go, I lied. That's a 14.
A 14 does not hit, I'm afraid.
Well, in that case, another quick draw. Ooh. That's a slightly unclean 20.
Slightly unclean 20 does hit.
And that is 16 points of damage plus the Dragonborn.
Right, you blast the Dragonborn. You see it does this sort of like triple flip thing as the force of the blast clips its shoulder and its missing leg spins out from underneath it and it lands on the ground dead.
As my free action, I turn to the paladin and say, look, this is a terrible misunderstanding. We actually come in peace. Surrender.
Can you make me a deception check with triple disadvantage? No, I'm sorry. Like, you just
There's such a thing as triple disadvantage.
There is now.
Can I just turn to Elle and be like, you just killed your cousin. Oh, no.
She yells at you in rage, and you can see that she's sort of lost. Like she's spent the entire scene of events coughing and choking and being poisoned by farts, and she's just not happy and she's ready to wreck stuff. So she yells, and you can hear the blink dogs answer her, and they're going to run up to you and Valorous and make attacks. This one's going to run here. The other two are still trying to overcome the dust. Very clutch ability, by the way. And They
I know,
managed
right?
to do it
Great.
this turn. They managed to do it this turn, but unfortunately they can't do anything else. The other 3 dogs are going to attack you. So against you, Elle, there's 2 attacks. One is a 22 and the other is a 18. Does 18 hit you?
Aren't they also poisoned because they're within 2 of them are within 5 feet of me, right? And I stink.
Do they become poisoned immediately? Yes, they are poisoned immediately. This is just silly. Just silly. So 13 and 7. And the one attacking you, Valorous, gets a natural 20 and a 7. So they all snap at you, and then they're like, and they're gonna like teleport away.
I tickle one by the ear.
They have keen smell, right? So
yeah. No, they're like, so they're like not willing to go up against you. It's now Obo's turn. What would you like to do?
I'm going to cast Spider Climb and go up the wall in the corner, just so I can get away from everything that's going on the floor. And I will stay up on the roof, and just watch everything that's just unveiling below me at the moment.
All right, I'm going to move you up here onto this other spot, and you can see the priest up here on the other side of the way. He's still like trying to get rid of the dust in his veins.
Okay, can I kind of move? Do I have enough movement to get over to where he is?
Yeah, you can move over to where he. How far can you move with Spider Climb? Is it movement equal to your speed?
Yeah, I guess so. I think it is. It doesn't actually sound like
so. So I think it's 10 feet up, and then it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can get over to here.
Okay. Yep.
And sort of you can sort of like hang off the edge there if you want.
Yep, that'd be fine.
All right. Now it is Valorous. It's your turn.
I would like to first pet the werewolf that just came in because he's a good girl. Aww. And then pick up the sticks he just dropped, look around and say, more slithering? More slithering. Just throw my staff down again. Giant snake.
Giant snake.
It'll probably fit, right?
I choose you.
Where is it going to go?
Like just right here. Just he's dead, so he can just be like on top of him, like here. That's fine.
Like here? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You want to control it? You can resize it and stuff as well. Can't you?
And I can't enlarge it though.
Okay. I will make it big enough. There you go.
Make it bigger. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. So I'm gonna tag team the paladin with 2 slithering things. So bonus action. I gotta do my bonus action slam first. Yeah, bonus action tentacle slam on the paladin. No advantage or anything, I think.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, because no, actually, it's a melee spell attack, and I am poisoned, so it'll be a disadvantage because that's how it works apparently. That's a 7, so I'm thinking no.
I think poison makes you you have disadvantage on attack rolls. Doesn't matter what they are.
Yeah, exactly. So it's disadvantage. That's it's 7.
Yeah.
All right. So then my snake will try to constrict her, but he's within 5 feet of me, so that's also poison. So it's also disadvantage. This is going great, guys. Loving the poison right here. 6. Well, it's twice take the lower. Oh, it's a 17. It's lower.
17 is not enough, I'm afraid.
Really?
Hit the plate armor. Yeah, hit the plate armor. So your snake sort of slithers over the paladin and just covers it in more of the stinky poison stuff.
Yeah. So once again, I do nothing but add more wiggly stinking stuff. Hooray.
All right, Alpina, it's your turn.
Okay, so thankfully she's not perturbed by bad smells, so that's all right. She's going to basically spin around and start clawing at the paladin.
Okay, cool.
Now I'm poisoned as well, so that's disadvantage.
Yeah.
So the first one's 18.
That hits.
Nice.
Okay. Second one is 17, so that's a miss.
Yeah.
And then for the second action, I get one. Oh, man. Stupid disadvantage because one of them was a nat 20.
Oh, man.
So it is a 23 instead.
Oh, just a 23.
Just a 23.
Just a 23.
Just a 23.
That hits.
So the first claw does 14 slashing and the second one does 12 slashing. So
14 and 12, so 26. Okay,
so
cool.
she starts clawing at this paladin's face.
Also, the werewolf gets a turn valorous, so you can command it to attack the paladin if you want.
Come on, girl. Get her. Come on. Get her. It's very offensive to werewolves, I think, but
Get it. All right, cool. So can you please roll me a d20, two d20s?
All right, just do the 20s. Probably the 6, the lower one, I guess.
And if there's anyone in chat still around, if the bite hits, then the paladin has to roll to not be cursed with lycanthropy. So if you want to donate to give disadvantage to that roll, now is the perfect time to give disadvantage to the GM because that would be poetic.
Come on.
So roll for the claw.
So I rolled.
I'll roll for the 2 attacks. So tell me which one's hit.
I first roll 2d20 for the first one. Probably the lower one is a 6. I don't know what the bonus is.
Yeah, I'm afraid a 6 doesn't hit, so it's a +4, so it's a 10 total.
All right. So then for the claws, lowest one is a 9.
So that's a 13, so that doesn't hit either, I'm afraid.
Oh. You gotta have to get her lycanthropy now.
All right. From behind you, you can see that Zilfan, the little wizard gnome, starts like wriggling, and you can see fur start to burst out of its skin, and it roars, and you hear a roar, and it turns into a big one, a giant werewolf.
Yeah.
Cool. And if you want Alpina, you can tell it to do something. You can make it attack the thing. So could you please roll me a d20 as well?
I certainly can. Now he's poisoned by now. Coming.
So if it stands over here, it won't be poisoned.
Okay. That's all right. So I rolled a 15.
Okay, that does not hit.
Okay, he doesn't get any bonuses?
+4, so 19. That does hit. Okay, cool. So that's 3 points of damage. And then roll your second attack.
Donate for lycanthropy. Do it.
The second attack is a 9, so that won't hit.
9 does not hit, I'm afraid. That's a total of 13. So,
but one got through. Make her aware.
One got through. We're going to do the roll for lycanthropy to see what happens. It's a Constitution saving throw. I don't think an 8 is very good. Plus Constitution of 2 is 10.
She's aware.
We need DC 12. She's been cursed with lycanthropy. You see the venom of the werewolf go into the paladin. She goes, "Oh no!"
And now we leave her alive to live with the
And she sort of just drops to her knees, like completely defeated. The blink dogs run away. The priest suffocates and is incapacitated. And you guys have won the day. You have 2 werewolves. They're not fully in control of their bloodlust, so you guys just sort of leave them in the stable to sort their stuff out. And you head back into town. The villagers are happy again to see they have to wait until the next morning. The wizard shows up again, sort of without any clothes. And they're happy to see their wizard despite his lack of clothes. And before you guys leave, town, sort of happy with all of the work that you've done. Is there anything that you would like to say or do before you go?
Elle turns to Obo and says, "You realise when we discovered the wizard in the barn, that was our job done. We could have literally just left at that point in time. We could have just walked away and go, yep, we found him. He's in a barn. He's about to be torched. That would have been, could have done that, right?" And second,
I was quite aware of that, but like 101 other ideas went through my head at the same time, and I was a bit like, I didn't know which one to do. Yeah. And then Valaros just kind of made a decision, and I just kind of went with it.
Was it really a decision? And really, that's the question we have to ask ourselves. Was it a decision or a number of interesting life choices?
But Elle, come on. We have taught someone a very important life lesson, and isn't that the reward we really wanted?
So we chopped someone's leg off, we suffocated a number of innocents, and we started up a werewolf retreat. I suppose there's a spa here as well. The only good thing that's come out of this is our Pinot just literally drank 42 pints of vodka and made the barman go bankrupt. So,
free tab for the party. Free tab for the party.
That's it.
Hey.
Should we never come here again? Let's just change our names. I'm now called Sid.
I change my name every day. Turns on new disguise.
Oh.
Oh, man.
So you guys have a choice to make at this stage. You can continue. So one of the paladins was killed. The paladins of the Paladile of the Order of Tyr. And the one that's been cursed with lycanthropy, even though she's like fully against it, is being taught how to sort of control it and manage the lycanthropy with the help of Ali and Zilfan. And they're slowly looking for a cure, but you know that more paladins are going to show up. So you could, and when they show up, the villagers are very much likely to sort of tell the rest of the paladins about your role in the effort. So you could, if you want, oust them beforehand and go to the paladins, sort of like tell a version of the events that may not be exactly true in order to clear your names. Or you could sort of let them be and go on the lam, essentially.
Brave and bold party members. Option 1, I lie profusely, and if it goes wrong, we run. Option 2 is, I understood it, we kill all the villagers and feed them to the werewolves. Wait, I may have got option 2 slightly wrong, or maybe option 1 wrong. Thoughts, team. I'm looking for moral guidance because my compass seems to be really confused at this point in time.
No, I was going to agree exactly with you, and in fact, I can give you guidance. So I'm even better at doing that if you really want to. Like,
it's also option 3. I mean, if we infect the whole village with lycanthropy, they won't want to hunt the werewolves anymore.
Remind me to choose a different party next time. No, nothing against you, but literally you're creating an infection across an entire village.
Some people call it an infection. Some people call it a lifestyle choice. It's semantics, really.
We could always go to the paladins and see if they want to hire us to come back and do their work.
Play both sides.
Well,
double the pay.
Third option.
Yeah. I'm just going to check my alignment. I'll be back in a second.
Yeah, remember when I asked you all if you were evil?
The greater good. I mean...
But surely having one of their own turned into a werewolf, she can learn the way and show them that not all werewolves are bad and that she can control herself and make appropriate choices.
Yeah. So
appropriate's a very big word for Alpina. I should have used something else.
So the Temple of Tyr are kind of really kind of the righteous kind of group. They don't really have that moment of let's have a little bit of tolerance and understanding. They kind of come in and burn and cleanse everything, as we just saw. So,
Alignment is evil. Yeah.
what?
Are they likely to chase us, though? Or are they just likely to kill us if we come across them again?
Well, somebody has to tell them our name. So, I hate to say it, but Valoras's idea is starting to grow on me because, I don't quite know how I've got to, and I'm not quite sure why these choices have come to me. I mean, I do worship, dark sword that occasionally operates, but this seems to be particularly cruel and evil, but it gets us out of the moral quandary.
Would you like to also worship maybe this nice?
No. You can try it elsewhere. But again, Obo, you've done so well. I mean, apart from upsetting people with bringing your own accommodation to every inn we've been to, you're the tiebreak here. What do we do?
I think we should go for it. I think we should. This could be something new. This could be the start of something new. Who knows? This could, as we said, this could be a retreat for those who are infected with lycanthropy. Who knows? Yeah, this could be something very special. It could be something very bad, but I think it could be very good. Let's look on the positives of this. But I'm happy to give you guidance. And I think we can do this.
Maybe in 12 months' time, we can all come back here and see how they're doing it during a week-long holiday.
We do a revisit. We do a tour. We come back and we'll see how we're doing with, we're the heroes at that point, There were puppies lying around everywhere. It'd be fine.
Hero. Or you come back in 10 months and everyone are werewolves and you have to clear them out.
Yeah. So, Callan, we go back to the wizard.
Yep.
Hi. You may remember us from, when you were small and then you ripped your clothes off and then turned into a werewolf and, we killed...
Yeah, that was real fun.
Yeah.
Thanks for saving me.
Embrace that feeling.
What's the percentage of cure look like?
Well, I don't really feel like I need to do a cure anymore because being a werewolf's kind of fun. I've never been this big before and people kind of do what I say.
So I'm just going to get Valoras to explain a life choice option he's suggesting for the rest of the villagers while I step outside and try my morals. Let me know how it goes. I'll just be outside. Valoras.
My good friend, have you ever heard of the great philosophy of Captain Meeples? He has a great new plan and a new path in life for you and all the villagers. He has seen the future of this place, and it is furry.
Fury or furry?
No. Double R's. Furry.
Oh, okay. Well, that sounds great.
It is. It's there might be slight mucus involved as well, but you can wash that out. It's fine.
Oh, that sounds awesome. That sounds really. I'm not going to look for a cure anymore at all. Let's do it.
Yeah,
What do I do? Do I sign somewhere in blood?
That's well. That sounds
it's never been this easy for you before. You've never gotten this far into it.
I have never converted someone in my life. This is the first time. Oh.
This is where your patron pops out with pens with a sign here.
As Valoras is having this conversation,
rub the statue over his face, just smear with the mucus. So that's step one. Step two is we go into the village and you just give everyone a little nibble, just a nibble, just nothing. Just one drop of blood drawn is more than enough. Just a little nibble. It's fine.
Okay, great. Yeah, let's do it. And if anyone says no, we'll get him. I can turn into a werewolf now.
So Alpina and Obo, while they're having this conversation, I suggest we do what's called a tactical retreat. We just run. Mm-hmm. We just literally run at this point. What do you think?
We'll just
we can pass without trace and we'll disappear.
Yeah.
We'll go.
All right. So Elle and Obo and Alpina leave the village, collect the reward. Don't share it with Valoras. For him, the reward is an entire village of devotees to his evil sea god, and a bunch of little,
he becomes
werewolf
a cult leader.
pups. Yeah, he basically sort of ends up running the village, sets up his own sort of temple where the stable once was. It's a nice retreat for werewolves to go. The paladins do show up at the village eventually, but all of the villagers are now werewolves, so they get freaking trounced and and resolve to never come back. Elle and Obo and Alpina are sort of abdicated of all of the potential involvement that they had, and managed to sort of live large on the rewards from the job. And that's the end of the story. Thanks very much for playing.
But we're holding auditions for a cleric.
And I will, if you guys, we'll go one by one, I think, through everybody again. And if you've got like a place where people can find you, or somewhere that you think that they should go and have a look at, for example, I highly recommend sticking around on this stream to watch the rest of the games and donating, trying to get that either the Ardent Roleplay reward, which is, a free subscription to the app, plus some cards, or the Van Richten's book. You basically get 2 books. So definitely stick around. Where can people find you, Talara?
So not much of an online presence, but basically if you read the Meeples and Dragons newsletter or go to the blog on their website, you'll see tales about the mines of Fandelver. I play a fiery little warlock who Sarah does a very, very good job at making her antics come down to PG-13 in that newsletter. And the character is also, even though they're different races, she is the sister of Sarah's character in that game as well. And the sister is definitely the level-headed one of the two. And stay tuned because Sarah is actually in the next game.
Oh, cool. All right. Where can people find you, Chris?
Well, after that, they can't. And they can't find Elle because he's got off to the astral plane. That's literally it. I'm never playing this character again. I tried to be sensible. It didn't work for me. Watch out for tomorrow. Just quickly, Callan, thank you so much for deeming this, especially with your 4G problems. You were in and out most of the time, and you still managed to almost kill us. To these brilliant other players, it was an absolute joy again. Everybody in chat that got up to $2,500 for this amazing charity. That is so remarkably kind of you. Thank you so very much for this. And to the mods and the wonderful people at Ardent Games that have been, passing on the good news to us. Thanks, Caleb. That's been a joy to be told that I need to roll 15 times on a wild magic surge. So thank you is all I can say from the bottom of my heart. Back to you, Callan.
Yeah. Big thanks to Caleb and the people at Ardent Roleplay that have basically been making sure this whole thing works, and also to Meeples and Dragons setting a lot of this as well. As like this wouldn't happen without the two of you working together, the two groups. Where can people find you, Dave?
You can find us on twitch.tv/bandofbadgers and also youtube.com/bandofbadgers. We've got Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're everywhere basically. But we have a range of shows. We work with a range of publishers. All of our stuff is live. We even do mini painting, live interviews, unboxings, all kinds of stuff. So check us out on that. We do something nearly every night of the week. So do check us out. We're based in UK.
Cool. And Pim, where can people find you?
I don't have much of an online presence myself yet, but I do partner up with a friend of mine called Crosshead Studios every now and then. He makes digital maps for Roll20 and other tabletop products. And I have helped him incorporate those maps into Roll20 as modules. And I have also written some short adventures or encounter prompts for him. So you can check out Crosshead Studios on either Patreon or the Roll20 Marketplace. You can find some of the stuff there. And of course, thank you to Callan and to Caleb You guys have made this a great and wonderful experience, and I, do enjoy my new position as a cult leader.
Thanks for putting up with my constant disconnects. If you want to catch any of the stuff that I do, halfmonstergames.com. We produce, sell board games. We're all Australian designers. We've got lots of cool stuff. We've got a game that we recently kickstarted called Xeno Hunters. If you want to get in on the Kickstarter, it's running basically until the end of May, until the end of April. So it's almost done, I think. So definitely check out Xeno Hunters or halfmonstergames.com. Also, just as an aside, I used 2 Minute Tabletop for a lot of the stuff for this particular game. So if you like any of it, check out 2 Minute Tabletop. I think he's in Brisbane too. Fantastic guy. So for sure, check out all the stuff and keep on the stream and keep donating.
And Callan, don't forget.
There's anything else to?
Aren't you running this again?
I am. Sorry, I am running this again on Friday. On Friday, same time, 3 till 6. We're going to be running another game. I think you're in it too, aren't you, Chris?
Yep, you can just cut your internet now. Literally, just write the event.
But is it going to be the new village, which now has the infection all through it, or is it?
Oh my god! Actually, I should do that. I have to rewrite my entire story.
It's the mercenary party.
I would like to donate my character.
It's going to be a totally legitimate business opportunity. It's going to be a heist. And so I look forward to that 3 till 6 p.m. on Friday as well.
I just, on a side note, I just realised that the glass I've been drinking out of the whole time is from American Werewolf in London. It's the Slaughtered Lamb.
Nice.
A glass.
It was meant to be, one might say.
And it's raffle time now. Caleb told us.
Let's see who wins some awesome games.
Drum roll.
Oh, yeah, all right.
Only ear drums.
Ham the DM. Congratulations.
Yeah.
All right. Are these the games?
Those are the games.
Fantastic. Yeah. Congratulations, Ham. I'll get your address somehow, and then we'll send the games over to you. Wahoo.
He was one that threw a wild magic surge on the paladin, so that helped us greatly.
I think he deserves the games for sure. Yeah. All right. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks very much for playing.
Goodbye. Sorry for destroying the adventure. Bye.